There you go. Now you can hear me. I am so sorry about that.
You couldn't hear all the bad things he was talking about me. Just FYI.
I was trying to say that the light is not bent enough for her.
Yeah.
I'm playing with the light this week. Oh my God almighty. She's on to me already. We haven't even started yet. Like, not enough to contend with this week. Folks, sorry for restarting. We don't know what to do. We're basically like our heads against the wall at this point. Xenia took YouTube out of everything. I never thought of it. Going back to the one, I had YouTube in the thumbnail. We took it out, and so far,
well,
we're in the green.
Knock on wood, okay?
Exactly. So far, I picked that word very, very carefully. It is frustrating beyond belief, guys. It really is. And thank you guys for sticking by us through all this. Some of it is meddling. We're in with YouTube onto it, but some of it is also probably from the relentless meddling. Policy changes. I don't know. We don't even know where to shake a stick at sometimes, to be honest. But it's great to have you all in here, folks. If you can help us out and let everybody know, because we just changed again on that. Even though it is green, it is going to take a while to get out there. So if you guys can let people know what's going on, please, we ask you to hit the like button. That makes a gigantic difference. Just being here in the chat makes a gigantic difference. And tweeting it out and messaging friends, all that stuff, goes way over the top. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you so much. We do appreciate it.
Thank you for being here and sticking with us through all these ups and downs. It's almost like marriage, in good times and in bad times. Yeah, a little bit of the frustrating times, but you know what? There are two of us here. And I think that's the power in it. I'm sure it is really hard to go through all of these things for you guys who are doing their YouTube channels alone, because it definitely helps with the support of each other to get through the frustrations of YouTube. But it also helps for that with your guys' help being here in the chat and still coming and still listening to what we have to say. So we do appreciate that. Without you, this wouldn't be happening whatsoever. So thank you so much for being here. Today's Tuesday Tech Talk. We're gonna go a little bit off the topic that we talked about yesterday. So if you check that out, you'll know what we talk about just a tiny bit. But we are gonna spin it in a little bit a different view. Is your channel YouTube TV ready? The Google VP says that YouTube's future is being a new TV for the viewers, for more than 2 billion viewers. Well, are we ready for this? Is your channel ready for this? Let's talk about it.
That's right, guys, and there's going to be some really important stuff in there for everybody, as well as tonight, Tech Talk Tuesday. As always, your questions and that. We're all in together. The more in, the better the conversation. We had to restart again if you're just joining us, because we got yellow coin once again. I actually have the tracker here for you guys. There you go. So we'll keep an eye onto it. Green so far. Let me just refresh that and make sure. Xenia's Paul Murray's waiting for you. But I'm just going to say Paul took over the other day because Roger had to go help his son with a job.
Oh, yeah?
It was his first time doing his own live stream and all that. And Paul, you did fantastic. Couldn't have been prouder of you.
Well, congratulations. That is super awesome.
He called himself Studio B, Canadian Drone Hub Studio B. I loved it.
Well, there you go. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much. Hey, you, Paul Murray. How are you? Thank you so much for that. Super sticker, super chat. Thank you. We do appreciate that.
Thank you so very much. Do appreciate it. You were so kind as well. And once again, you did a very great job. Made Roger and Kim very proud. It's great to have you all in here, folks. Don't forget to hit that like button, tweet it out, tell friends. And just by being in here, you're already helping us out immensely. It's great to have you all. A fantastic collection of great YouTubers, folks, from all different niches, all together under one room. And what a great way to learn from each other. We're not gurus. This is a forum tonight where we all just help each other. So whether you just get into YouTube or been into it for years, we have channels that have 20 subscribers, 100,000 subscribers, and everybody's very respectful of each other. We don't have, and sometimes a new channel can come in with a whole different perspective that everybody's been missing. So never underestimate what you bring to the table. It's great to have you all in here. Hope you guys are ready to have a great time. We got 40 in already, folks, after a double start. So if you guys can let them know what's going on, that would be absolutely awesome.
Yes, definitely, guys. And thank you so much for being here. You are super amazing. I see some shares on Twitter already going on, and it's all thanks to you guys. So thank you so much. I'm working with you guys, trying to share it wherever I can. So thank you for helping me out with that. Super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much for the super sticker, super chat. And yes, click that like button, share it out. We do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You guys are absolutely awesome, folks. Thank you all once again. Hope you guys are having a great day. We're a little bit flat. I'm trying to bring back the echo slowly because it was starting to get quite dominating onto it. So, yeah, I guess I should avoiding the stadium sound, I guess, is the goal with it. I want to say hi to Ray Sims in the house. We got Drone Kings and Darwin in here. Game and Rubik's Liam. We are M&S. Sonia's World. Laura Bruno. Tamara Maglin is here, folks. We got Crazy Cajun and Ghost Pirate. Northern Ohio Railroad Action is in the house. We have Emily Elkins in the house. The Byerly Bunch is so great to see you guys in here. It's been a while. I hope you're doing fantastic. Jackson RC Aviation is here, folks. The Bebop is back again from Sweden. Welcome back. Welcome back. Great to have you in here. Mysterious Steamboat, how you doing? Great to see you. Let me see where I miss here. Vince Land, our fellow Montrealer in the house. Great to see you. Life of MC is in the house. It's great to see you. Hope you're having a fantastic one. Who else am I? I'm just going through here. Ralph Barton, welcome, welcome, welcome. Skies took my drone in the house. We have Mud Nuts Reviews. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Bastos Bad Boys in the house. Paula's here, folks. Just living. Always great to see you. Emin El Camel. I hope I'm pronouncing it properly. I'm always worried with that, but it's great to see what you're doing. Fantastic. Oh, there you go.
And we have Super Sticker, Super Chat, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Super Sticker, Super Chat. Lucky Beach Slots, the first unicorn of the night. Thank you so much for that unicorn. Yes, we believe in unicorns here, FYI. Thank you so much. Lucky Beach Slots. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for the support.
Nothing brightens up my day like a unicorn, you know?
This is true. This is true. They do. That's true. I've seen her in action. Yes, they've taken her from different stages of day.
Now, Grimes Finds is getting closer to their 30K. They're around 28 right now, and we just so excited to see what's up for you. Yes, what's in the store?
Oh my God!
What's in the storage locker?
Yeah, he says I find unicorn horns all the time in storage units.
What? Are you serious?
Oh my God, Almighty!
You know what? I don't know.
I maybe being toy ones. I doubt they're real, but I just know where we're gonna run with this. That's all. Hey,
well,
view this, Tony.
You,
how are you?
For 1 second, but I
Good
did.
to see you, Brenda Hikes. How are you? Above and beyond drones. What's going on? Great to see all you folks. If you're just joining us in, we had to restart. We went live and literally had limited monetization the moment we hit go. This has been happening for weeks. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Here's the following right now. We're still at green. And if anybody's joined us, they know they only care about money. Please know it's got nothing to do with money. It's got nothing. It's the push to get more people in, folks. So if you guys can help us out to try and combat, this has been literally weeks and weeks and weeks of this. It has gotten so crazy. So if you guys can just tweet it out, hit the like button, and just by being in here helps a lot. If you got friends you think that are doing YouTube channels that benefit from them, if you can DM them, tell them to come over. The more, why is that limit happening above and beyond drones? We're not sure fully.
At this point, we're not sure.
Have some part from meddling with our channel from third parties. Also, YouTube changing the algorithm. We got no idea. Literally, we started this one over and took the word YouTube out of the title. It seems to be going for the moment, but we've done this before, and then 20 minutes later. But usually within hitting go time in 15 minutes, we're mostly always getting the yellow coin.
Well, even when we try to be all nice and happy during our experimental stream of joyful happiness, it still got partially monetized 15 minutes later. So, you know.
And that was one nauseating bunch of happiness. So that we really...
Yeah. Pixel Being Alive did a selfie and hope you feel better. Today it seems like the weather all across the world is a little bit crazy. Maybe it's due to the earthquake. So if you are in Jamaica, we do feel for you and really hope that you are safe and sound after the earthquakes. And maybe that impacts all the earth. Who knows?
You never know. You never know. The Byerly Bunch says we went on limited monetization on live on Sunday. We went 1K views and YouTube said it could. Yeah, it will limit. We've always gotten the green go after. The problem with live streams is you need such a boost right at the beginning. In short, for the most part, the first 30 minutes of your live stream seems to what sets the tone for how it's going to go the whole way through. So there has been some meddling to try and keep our numbers down so we don't get as much of a following. That's been well seen before. And by doing this, it's just another way that happens, and then we can't seem to build enough traction. So that's why we're asking you guys if you can help us out by taking over what YouTube isn't doing for us, because if we get enough of that happening, it might send the algorithm kind of leaving us alone for a bit, because it will see there's interest and, give us a bit of a pause.
I want to let you know, though, if you do get that yellow coin, do apply for the review right away. You don't have to wait for those 1,000 views like it says. Just apply right away. And usually it just takes longer time if you have under 1,000. That's all. So apply right away. Orinob is here. Leonard Duke, hello. How are you? The Scottish Gamer, hello and welcome here. How are you guys doing? SNK cruising on vacay mode. Always on vacation. I would love to have vacation right now. Vince Ladd is here. Hello, how are you? Yeah, definitely. That's what we're here for, Barley Bench, is YouTubers helping YouTubers.
That's
so
right.
We hope we can help you even with these little tips here and there. Thank you.
And although we haven't done it all, we have seen a lot thrown at us, so we can be quite informational in a lot of points over time.
Seems like we are 100 years old on YouTube here.
It is. It's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. Brenda Hikes, I missed you guys.
Oh my goodness.
Is that Brenda?
Brenda Hikes, did you guys went on a... That was so long time ago. Yes, I remember this
Oh
channel.
my
They were
God.
going on the hike. Yes, they were training to go on the hike of a lifetime, like I was saying. So that is super awesome to see you.
So
I hope
kinda-
everything is well with you.
And you know what? We're still subscribed to the channel. I just checked, but the bell was off, of course. Not getting
Yes.
anything. I fixed that, but yeah, well, that is unreal. Thank you so much for coming in.
That is so amazing. Wow. Yeah, I'm more surprised that YouTube didn't subscribe us.
That's what I mean. That's a good thing, I guess. There, you're always telling me to look for a silver lining. There's our
Yes,
silver lining tonight.
there you go. You
Brenda
brought us
Hikes is our silver
lining.
lining. So
Yeah, and
there you go.
awesome. Good to see you here. Red Monkey Trucking is here. Sheb speaks. Hello, how are you? Laura Bruno here as well. Brian went fishing. Easy fam. And Ryan Vexo is finally happy today. I'm glad to see that. Usually
Wow.
he's more down and under, so I'm happy to see that.
There's another silver lining. There you
Yes.
go. Ryan Vexer is happy. Brenda Hikes is back. All kinds of great things happening. It's a YouTube miracle. Oh my God, I said the word. Will that make it happen?
Wow.
Yeah.
Sparkles and rainbows.
Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry.
Okay, guys. Well, click that like button, share it out. Andrew is going to be doing our routine roll call just in a moment, and
That's
then we're going to dive deep into our subject of the day. Is your channel ready for YouTube TV? Because according to Google VP, this is the future of YouTube. That's right. On-demand, tailored content, popular but super niched for over 2 billion people. Yes. Are we ready? I don't know. We'll have to see.
We're going to have to discuss that. We're
Yeah.
going to have to discuss it. Sorry I've been gone for so long. Was revamping physically on my channel.
Oh my,
No,
you never be sorry.
Never be sorry. That's the last thing you have to say. We're just glad you're here when you can come. You're always welcome. So no worries about that.
So good to see you.
Yes, it is. It's a nice surprise. Thank you so much for being here.
The Burley Bunch says, I can't get over how awesome the thumbnail is. Yes, Andrew is working for hours on our new thumbnails. So thank you so much for appreciating that.
It's team effort.
That is, yeah, I definitely enjoy the new look, and we're glad that you're enjoying it together with us. Thank you. Yes, CPixLP Alive says, love the thumbnail. That is how I remember TV. Well, TV is coming back to YouTube.
There you go. Yeah, so don't let it too far to your memories. Don't think it's gone by a long shot. So
that is super awesome, guys. Thank you so much for the feedback. We do appreciate that. Thank you. Red Monkey Tracking. I took some of your advice and did some updating to my channel. Still have a lot to do. Thank you so much for doing
That's
that
cool.
and for updating us. You know, YouTube updates is an ongoing thing. It happens like all the time, no matter how big or small you are. It's never something that is done and finished and over with. You know, even people. We had a creator over 4
and
million
there you go,
subscribers.
folks. There you go. Sorry to interrupt you. There you go. Let's time it. We went on at what? Just after 7?
Yeah.
So there you go. There you go, folks. Once again, I noticed it's starting to slow down some. Request manual review. And there we go. Second time in a row. So I don't see how this can be done at this point, without some meddling on our channel. I just can't buy it. So, all right, folks. With that said, you see it's there. It's not your fault. You don't have to apologize by a whole bunch of any of you guys. I appreciate your sincerity. I mean, I know where you're coming from the heart. All I can ask is if you guys can please just help us by tweeting it out. If you guys can let your friends know, DM them. I mean, the more people that come in, it might help fight this a little bit, because we're kind of at a loss as well. So if you guys can do that, that would mean a lot to us. We're just going to keep on going the way we're going. But it's good to have people in here, because it gives us trending more, and it also gives us something to bring against the back to YouTube about what's going on with our channel. So I've updated my banners. So according to today, that is awesome. That is awesome. Great job. Great job. I love your attitude. I really do. Thank you for tweeting it out, Brenda Hikes. Thank you so very much. The best is tweet on YouTube. The best is tweet YouTube on Twitter. They will read it right away. Yeah, it definitely is. But at this point, we appreciate it anywhere it can get eyes on.
Yeah, we have done that a couple of times, in fact. So yeah. But we'll try again.
That's okay. That's okay, guys. Like I say, it's not you guys, and please don't ever think that it's that we're upset that it's the number that's in here. We've had to put up with this for so long, and we're just banging our head against the wall trying to figure it out. So And I don't think it's much on our fault on our own if that can happen again just like that. And I was very cautious to what I was saying. I know Xenia was too. Nothing to trigger. Zero that we could even point at since we went on live. So.
Well, no, Vinceland, monetization still gives you some other add-ons. You can email your rep. You know, you have a little bit more contact available for you than just YouTube, Twitter. Also, if something happens to your channel, you have a 7-day window when you can actually access it before it gets deleted and so on. So there are still some other things beyond monetization directly. So still, I would suggest monetize your channels, even with all of that. Not Reviews was saying that he also applied all of the like the tips that we were talking about to change some thumbnails, and already sees the jump in views and watch time, which is super amazing.
That is absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Sorry, guys. I just noticed I'm using our old version. We had to there. Can you just talk for a second just while I fix this, please?
Yeah, they usually do, Pixoppy. They usually do, and I usually suggest Byerly Bunch. I usually suggest that for other creators as well, and definitely there are different avenues. And for those of you that don't know, you can not only tweet at Team YouTube and hashtag YTHelp, hashtag GHelp helps as well. But also, if you are monetized, you can access them through email and through the chat. So there is 24/7 chat available where you can access actual person and not a machine that will answer your questions. So, that's a good part of being monetized once again, and gives you a little bit more ways of how to get in touch with YouTube. There's also that we will have to do is YouTube technical forums where you can also leave a message there and they get back to you. So we just will have to try all of the rest of the avenues. We haven't tried yet. This is machine done, like it's not done by a human, obviously. So it's something that machine doesn't like and probably is reading in the wrong way, you know? AnimaFlex. When I'm eligible for monetization, I'm not 100% sure I'll even apply for it. With all this going on, long as I can keep animating, I'll be okay. Well, you see, all of the restrictions of content or guidelines on community, copyright, and etc. applies to you if you are monetized or you're not. It doesn't really matter. What you get when you are monetized is protection from YouTube. Like I said, if something happens to your channel, let's say somebody deletes it by accident or on purpose, you get an access to your channel for 7 days, so you can actually resolve the problem, which otherwise you wouldn't get, and et cetera, et cetera. There's more things that actually help you being here. There's lots of times that it actually helped us. Our rep helped us throughout people reporting us, flagging our wheel and other live streams completely unfounded, and we were able to get it back and revoked because of the email communication with our rep, and so on and so on. We have deleted videos. You can actually get, if you by accident delete the video, you can have it back only if you're monetized. If you're not monetized, you won't have that option, and so on. So it's not only about the money that we're talking, really it's not that much if we're talking about the AdSense, especially if you're just growing. But for live streams, we're talking about the push. And although YouTube says it doesn't matter, all YouTubers know, and even the bigger YouTubers have been talking about that yes, you do get less suggested, less being in the browsing options as well. And people less get notified as well. So you probably might not get notification about us being live today. So there you go. The best way to know when we're live is actually put it in your calendar, because we're live at the same time every week. So yes, put it in your calendar. We do appreciate it.
Thank you once again, guys. Sorry, working on the back of it. We've had to reinstall. We've also had computer trouble. Camera troubles really this week. It's just been unbelievable. So you guys have been absolutely awesome. And once again, I'm just going to ask everybody, we're limited monetization for the second time tonight. 10 minutes, between 10 and 15 minutes after we went live. Just asking you all if you can get the word out to anybody, anywhere. That will help us start showing the algorithm that we are relevant and maybe make things a little bit easier for us. Because right now, as Xenia just explained to you, we're probably getting a third of the push if we're getting that. John T. Cash, how are you? Welcome. Just shared on my Twitter feed. Thank you so very much. It really does mean the world to us, guys. We always ask, and it always helps. But when this goes on, we're literally up against a rail and just need as much help as possible. Old guy on a bike, how are you? Good evening to you. Good evening to you. Diving with R5, how are you? Or A little stressed. Maybe was a fair answer. Bit frustrated. Oh my God, look at all these channels in here, guys. It's great to have you all. So many good folks in here. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to get into this in a second. I got to do a roll call. Let's do a roll call. I waited too long for that. And then we'll get into our topic. Alrighty, folks, I'm going to crank up the echo and give a great, big, gigantic, huge, humongous size welcome to We Are M&S. Why did it cut off? Oh my God, it just lost a bunch of people again. Interesting. Wendell Live is in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We Are M&S is here, folks. Wylia is here. We got the Bob joining us again. We got the Cobra Roll. The Buy Early Bunch is here. Tammy's Tiny Tots Reborns is here. Southern Sawyer's in the house. Sheba Speaks is here. S&K cruising on vacay mode. We got Ryan Vexo. We got Randy's Paranormal Investigations, RPI. We got Punchy Pants in the house, folks, that's right. And we have, oh my God, Provinciana Ian. I hope I pronounced it properly, but welcome. Pixel B Alive is in the house, welcome. We got Philip Cockram in the house, welcome, welcome, welcome. Philip's been with us since the very, very beginning. Ornob is in the house. Great to see you. Old Guy on a Bike is here, folks. That's right. We got Northern Thrifters in the house. We got Northern Ohio Railroad Action here. Nomad Unbroken Live is here. Welcome. We got Mud Nuts Reviews in the house. Mickey's Mowers is here. Michigander Man. How's it going, Rob? Hope all is well. Melly 93 Eats is here. We have Leanne Music in the house. We have Laura Bruno in the house. We got Casey Green in the house. We got John T. Cash in the house. We got Jenny O'Brien in the house. We got Jake Blackburn's Drone Addiction in the house. We got Izzy Fam here, folks. Husband versus wife. Ghost Pirate is here. Game and Rubik's Liam is here. Mr. Boom is in the house. Farm All Fanatic is in the house. We got Evans El Camo in the house. And we got Emily Elkins in the house. Diving with R5 is here. We got Crap My Dad Makes Me Watch. Chris Tentiff in the house. Caffeine Queen. Brenda Hikes, it's great to have you back after so long. It's been busy after that gigantic trip of yours. We have Bougie Boy 2001. Anima Flex is in the house. Above and Beyond Drones. And folks, the numbers are going wild all over the place. I don't know how many are in here. So if you guys, if we missed any names, please just say hi, because I was trying to do it, but it was like counting popcorn. I kid you not. So just let us know, highlight our name and say hi, so I can give you guys a welcome as well. Queen City Picker, always fantastic to see you. Hope you're having a great one. Let's talk classic hip hop with Sister Crystal. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I also see Mega Millions Mike in the house. We've got R5 Adventures, Air Horn, and last night Payback. It was Payback to you for last night. The Air Horn and me doing that.
Well, last night I didn't even do super sticker super chats. Yeah. Come on, guys. Missed a whole bunch. Thank you, by the way, for those.
Casey Green, husband and wife giving each other the worst earworms. Yeah, about the size of it. About the size of it. So,
YouTube critics, hello, how are you? Good to see you. Chase, Hostler Outdoors, hello and welcome here as well. Get in shape and feeling great. Hello, how are you?
What the? Paranormal is in the house. That's right, folks. What the Paranormal is in the house. I just love saying their name.
And if the chat is flying too fast, then you can always scroll up till you see a little arrow and scroll down in your own leisure and speed so you don't miss anything. Grill Surgeon, hello, how are you? By the way, you can also pop out the screen, well, not the screen, the chat, so it is a bit bigger and therefore goes slower.
YouTube critics in the house, how are you? Great to see you. We got Get in Shape, feeling great. Is the chat is flying. Oh, you were answering already. Mountain View turning as well. I am sorry, Grill Sergeant. We're doing great. We're doing good. Hope you're doing well. And there you go, Xenia.
Well, it is not a super sticker super chat, but thank you so much, Provinciana Machia. Yeah, can't pronounce it. I can't pronounce it. So let us know. Let us know how to pronounce it.
Provinciana.
Yeah, you're gonna let us know how, but thank you so much. Thank you. Happy to be here tonight. We're happy to see you here as well. Thank you so much for super chat. Thank you.
And S&K Cruising on Vacay Mode says, we have Ksenia and Andrew in the house. How are you?
Thank you. Yes, the house is getting bigger. That's right. And we have super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat, super sticker, super chat. Thank you so much, Jenny O'Brien. Thank you so much for the super sticker, super chat. Oh, he's gonna leave me hanging, so that's okay. Thank you so much.
There you go.
There, he was part of a super sticker, super chat as well.
And YouTube Critic says, baby will be coming by C-section tomorrow at 9 a.m. in the morning. All good. Everything is going to be fantastic. And by tomorrow this time, you'll be feeling great, all of you together. I know that. I believe that. It's all going to be good and great. I don't know what to say. It was good. I don't know what to say. We're just excited. We're excited.
We're excited. We're super excited. I've been following along all throughout from the beginnings, basically, from conception, you know. So thank you so much for letting us know, and let us know as soon as you can. We're going to be thinking about you guys. Thank you so much for letting us know.
That's what I wanted to do when we started doing video and photography. She was all excited to do the baptisms, and I wanted to do the conception shots. That was
now we're definitely yellow coined.
We already are. So hey guys, how are you? Good to see you. Expedition Greg, good to see you as well. Hope you're well. D Crack is in the house. How are you?
Since we are talking about that, in fact,
Alex Gomi, hi. How are you?
There is a category of photography that does exactly that, and it's new and very trending in LA right now, where actually couples want to have these passionate photo shoots. It used to be boudoir shots for women, and now it's a couple shoot. So you're on the right track, always seeing into the future. Thank you so much for Life of MC for being so super kind and so super generous to us. Thank you so much, always, Life of MC.
You're crazy.
Thank you. You're so crazy. Thank you so much in a good way, crazy.
Can somebody run Life of MC's link for a couple of minutes, guys? Thank you so much, Life MC. You are beyond kind. You take it to a new level.
Now I see Ryan Vexo. I probably just didn't see it, so I see that it's your YouTube anniversary. Well, there you go.
Happy anniversary.
Happy YouTube anniversary, Ryan Vexo.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Carolina Bass Hunter, how are you? Great to see you. Are you guys from Los Angeles? No, Grill Sergeant. We're in Montreal, Canada. I grew up in the province of Quebec in the rural area, but lived most of my adult life here. And Ksenia is originally from Latvia in East Europe, but has lived here many years in the city as well. Sean, the great gamer, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. The Cobra Roll. We'll leave that if you want a photo of me.
Yeah, hot mess in the summer. We'll wait till the summer. That's right.
The Good Cell Life is in the house. Another channel from early on. That's right, past guest. And Steph Opal is here from New Orleans. Been with us for a very, very, very long time. Fantastic to see you both. What a combination to come in like that. Great to see you. Hope you guys are doing great, both of you. Wow, a nice, yeah. Oh my God, I finally made it. Been missing you too. Hello, Found It Buried. So great to have you in here. Hope you're doing fantastic. Absolute pleasure to see you. Found It Buried, always a pleasure. And Life MC, once again, though, you are really too kind. Very, there's not a word I can think of to describe it. Thank you so much. Yes, extra sweet love, Pusa Studios. Oh, thank you so much, Steph Opal. You're so sweet.
Thank you so much, guys. We're going to dive into our topic tonight just in a moment. So don't go anywhere, don't move muscle, and instead share it out.
And that's right, folks. Please do. We went live and went yellow coin. Then we went live again, only to wait about 12 minutes after to get a yellow coin again. Not for the money, but we are missing the push because of it. This has been going on for weeks. I'll get into the theories another day, but nonetheless, with that said, if you guys can help us get the word out, it really makes a big difference just to keep our channel. It does help us get a bit of strength back with the algorithm. It's almost like getting a cold. And after a while, your immune system wears down. Well, that's what's happening with us at this point. It just seems to be wearing down a bit, and I don't want the other ones to have that. So if you guys can let people know, that really does help out immensely. Just tweeting it out. If you got friends you think would benefit from this, if you can DM them, whatever you can to get more people in here, it just helps us with the algorithm. It's already a ton of great people in here. Where is Danny Black? How are you? Great to see
Hey.
you. Another fellow guest, expat, living in of the U.S., living in Australia.
Yes, and I think they're going somewhere soon. So let us know.
John Kings in Darwin. Work always work always looks at me odd when I don't move a muscle. There you go.
Yeah.
I suppose
They
would not be
already looking at you odd because you're ghosting all of them since you're deleting all the emails with every ding that is coming. Remember? So
And
you know.
Danny Black says Japan. Japan. That is awesome.
Beautiful. I would so love to go there in the springtime for Japan. Oh my God! Like I can. Yeah, I would love to.
I wonder, are you guys going as well? Like direct? I'm supposing most people, because they do land in Tokyo. Are you spending time there as well? I wonder if Tokyo Drew is in the house yet. He's starting off this morning. That'd be a good connection for them.
Yes, maybe he's going to come in. Usually he comes in here before starting his work. Tokyo Drew is Canadian and has been living in Tokyo for more than 15 years now. He has a Japanese wife, and he's been living there for decades. He's really cool.
And his friend that we interviewed Tokyo Joe, and his friend that's in the circus over there, because I was thinking his wife does hula hoop and all that stuff and everything.
Oh,
what a great time for you guys to
Ryan
collab.
Schneider.
Yes.
We interviewed Ryan Schneider, who is a circus flyer. He actually flies on the trapeze in the traveling circus in Japan.
He's an expat as well.
Yeah, and we did an interview with him. He's traveling all along Japan with the circus on different locations, and a super amazing guy as well. So let us know if you want to collab with any of these two guys. They're super, super, super amazing. I know Ryan is collabing all the time with other people as well. Tokyo Drew has interviews with other YouTubers too. Super amazing guys. So let us know. I'll get you in touch.
Definitely, that would be a great collab chance right there.
Yeah.
So, and they got some pretty big markets. The both.
Emmy's like, no, it's our vacation.
Why are you doing this? Don't put YouTube into it.
Oh, husband and versus wife, how are you doing? How are you doing? Welcome here, welcome back. I love seeing some new channels that have joined us just recently coming back as well, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You got to kick on with that. But yeah, just let us know if you do decide. Yeah, we can definitely set you up. Get in touch with
Oh my
those
God,
friends.
that would be so awesome.
Troy the Salem, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Michigander, man, some great people in here. You included. It's always great to have you in here. Ryan is in Mexico, no
he's
longer
in
in Japan.
Mexico now. Oh my goodness.
See,
There
we
you
haven't
go.
followed
There
up
is
on
an
it.
update.
There you go.
Well, Tokyo Drew is still there.
Tokyo Drew is there, and he's got a connection to also, like, he's a good channel, but he's got a connection to like some really big channels in Tokyo, especially the X-Pac ones and stuff like that.
Yeah,
everything.
definitely.
I'll be in Hong Kong for my connection.
Awesome.
Inspired John is in the house. How are you? Inspired John is chatting up the housewives on TikTok and rocking their world. How are you, Inspired John? Good to see you. He's doing stuff on YouTube as well. Don't take me wrong. We just like to celebrate where he's been running lately.
And I want to know if you are taking the bite by storm. And the first news of Tuesday Tech Talk is, and for those of you that didn't hear it the first time I talked about that just a couple of days ago, Vine is back. Yes, the owner of Vine have resurrected Vine in a different format, and it's called Byte. You can download it on Android and on iOS, of course. And the change is that they are promising to pay YouTubers right from the get-go. So go and download Byte. It's 6-second videos. Right now there's not much available within the filters or anything like that. It's just literally straight on 6-second videos. But nevertheless, it's a new platform to check out. And if you loved Vine, it is back. I'm pretty sure it's going to be back the way it used to be, because there's so many people missing those little 6-second videos that are so funny. So check it out, Byte, B-Y-T-E, on Android and iOS.
Inspired John was not aware of this.
Well, please do. We're already on there, by the way, posting completely random stuff that has nothing to do with YouTube or anything really. It's really random. But at Push Studios, check it out if you're joining Byte.
I also want to mention, but I don't want to share it with you because I don't want you to see what the ratio is yet of answers. I put up another poll today. We already got way over 100 and some votes, and I want to hear you guys' views as well. Has YouTube become too toxic? is in the smaller YouTube realm. What's your thoughts? So I hope you guys will go over under a community tab and let your thoughts be known onto it. You don't have to comment if you don't want to, but just at least answer the poll. There's a couple options in there. Love to hear you guys' thoughts. Whatever you can share with us as well in the comments, feel free to. Just always keep it respectful. Of course, no names or nothing like that. But just in general, how your thoughts are about the whole scheme of the platform. Thank you so much, John. I do appreciate it. Thames World, how are you? Great to see you. Great to see you. Yeah, no, it's something I've been wondering about how people are feeling and all that onto it. It's always interesting to see where people are at on here. Nomad Hippie, what's going on? Great to see you. Thumbs up for the host. Thank you so very much. Is there anybody else I missed that came in that I haven't said hi to yet? I think I'm good, but I could be easily wrong. Not the first time I've been wrong. I specialize in wrong. So if I'm wrong, just highlight our name and say hi and let us know. We're going to get into the topic, guys. It is 20 after 7. It's time to jump into it. If you guys can hit the like button, tweet it out, tell friends, DM them, cans in your ears with string, whatever works. We appreciate it. Because once again, we are limited monetization, folks. Second time tonight, we went live, ended the stream, took the word YouTube out, and 10 minutes after, it just seems no matter what we do, we're getting it. Which is weird. Because there's two types of our streams that don't really seem to get it that often anymore. But this one's anything that's not and that gets it, so.
I just wanted to remind you before we dive in to the topic of the day that we also have Q&A today.
Yes.
We had some questions already in the chat, so if you want to ask a question about YouTube, social media, editing, or anything like that, you are more than welcome to put them in the chat. Just remember to put @PushStudio so I can see them, copy them over, and we're going to answer them throughout the show, most likely on the second part of the show where we do Q&A from you guys. So if you do have them, please let me know in the chat and I will save them so we can answer them. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Nick, great to see you, as well as Daily Life and Nature. Seth Opal, it feels good to be here and it feels good to have you here. Thank you so much. Treasure of Texas, how you doing? Great to see you. Duke Family Chronicles has asked a question. Great to have you. And Howling Fun RV Adventures, great to see you as well. Natural Larcia, hope you're doing fantastic. All right, guys, let's get on to our topic, folks. Here we go. We're just on with this for a few minutes and then jumping right into your questions. So here we go, folks. Is your channel... I was supposed to have another part into it if you've seen the thumbnail, but we're going to put, is your channel TV ready? That was on a talk last night that we were saying, something that we've been kind of bouncing around for a long time, and if you joined us last night, we had talked about the whole fact that... sorry, I meant to bring that echo down. The fact that YouTube is officially said through its VP that it is wanting to replace television. And as doing so means our channels have to start becoming more and more TV ready if we want to be able to enter their realm, it seems, especially if we want to grow and go places on here and have some sort of traction. And that was... quite vindicating in one way, because we have been saying that for a while, but at the same time too, it becomes very narrowing because a lot of things have been going on in YouTube, and I have to tell you, some things I'm happy it would do that because it would get rid of some problems in a way. It narrows down the scope of what would be considered valuable on YouTube to fit this category. And we have a channel in here, I don't know if he's still here, I was hoping he was because I was going to bring him as an example, is Grimes Finds, but there's many to come, and I'm going to just show a couple of what I'm talking about. These are channels that are becoming more and more polished. The length of them too, I feel, is making a big difference. That's getting them ready for that. They're not all going to be based on length, but it's based more on some sort of form that the channel tends to follow on a consecutive basis. We've always said, how important it is to have even a few, especially with live, because live is kind of an open corral if you leave it be so. Is having a beginning, a middle, and an end, having a main topic into it, and something that really, really works well, connects well with an audience that can become continuing followers, as any TV show. All those principles that ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, etc., and the countless cable channels have all followed for years. We've all came to YouTube in the beginning was to get away from that format because we wanted something different. But, you know, things tend to have a way of coming back full circle. And that's exactly what is happening here before our very eyes, and once again was confirmed by the VP. I'm going to bring up another example of somebody. These are channels that I've brought up as examples for different reasons many times. This is a great example because it's not too polished. It was Bald and Bankrupt. This is that channel I shared with you guys that hit 1 million subscribers in a year. But most of the time, he's got a few that are 10 minutes, but he goes a lot around the 20-minute mark. Very engaging, continuous shows following, like when he's in Belarus or somewhere like that. It continues in Belarus maybe for 5-6 videos at a time, almost creating like mini-series within his channel. But that said, still, you know, it is important to clean up your channel. And I see he started adding in, these weren't here before, he started adding in lately more to his playlists and stuff and starting to break them up actually. Till recently, he didn't even really have playlists here. He had an uploads and I think there was one other.
Yeah.
So things are changing, things are coming up. And when we're going on about playlists, why they're so important is, if you think about it, this kind of breaks it up into like different shows available. We're like our own, not a TV show per se. Pusa Studios is more like a network. And a network that offers a certain variety of shows, marketed different ways.
Well, we do have 2 game shows. And I'm not going to call ourselves Jeopardy, but still, we're going towards it.
That's right. That's right. And that's exactly it when it runs through here, when it's all said and done. Tek Talk Tuesday is another one. Monday nights has become kind of feature night now as well. It doesn't have an official, well, we're calling it tentatively YouTube Spotlight feature, but that's becoming kind of a mainstay. So yeah, there is a push to do that. And if they're going to push more for that, that means that is going to be awarded to the higher ad revenue payers, which means the ones that aren't following in these criteria are going to start to maybe notice less and less push into it. So what this is all about and what this comes down to is how important it is to get our channels in as good a shape as possible. Videos, we're all learning, and you can't be perfect on the first try, and nobody ever will be. We're always constantly learning. There's always going to be new techniques. If you're not doing anything different, you're stagnant, and that's the best way not to get anywhere on here. You need to have those things where you get new learning curves, trying new things, seeing what sticks, some failures, some things that work. Even the biggest channels have had some videos that we might not consider flops. Oh, I wish I had 200,000. I would be happy. But what if you were getting 1 million views each week and you got 200,000? That's a big drop. That's a problem. There's an issue. Something went desperately wrong there. Same with yours. If you have usually 20 views and in this video you get 5, well, there's something wrong. But on the other hand, too, if you're usually getting 20 and you get 50, it's a great day. But we're getting to understand more and more what YouTube is wanting from us to be on here. And yes, you can still come on and you just want to do it for fun, and that I get that. I'm not trying to talk to people that are just on here that just want to come on and do their own thing. But that said, there's some that say that, but then also get very frustrated that the algorithm is not pushing them enough, they're not being seen enough, they're not fitting into the groove. Well, YouTube does have an agenda, and they've made it blatantly clear. So whether that's good news, whether that's bad news, it's at least an answer. And once again, that interview was probably the most candid thing that we've heard from YouTube ever. I'm not saying he can let everything out of the bag. I'm sure he's well warned by YouTube, some things that he can't let go. But at least there was some answers on some stuff, and they were very, very, very direct about the want to have YouTube replace television. And that's, once again, not talking just about the size or the length of your videos, but it's about the quality that's going to be in here and the lineup that you create to engage viewers. So all the things that we've ever talked about, banners, thumbnails, playlists, about section, tags, you name it, all those things have become more important than they've ever become. Because that's all tools that's going to help you promote, because you want to have your best foot forward on everything. And you want your channel to represent you to the best of your abilities when people first land onto it, because this is going to become more and more a judging platform. of what you do. Think of us almost like, if you remember the days of buying DVD TV series when you go into music stores and they sold all the greatest TV shows at the time, the DVD box sets and all that stuff. Well, that's what YouTube's become, like that store, and we're those box sets. And that's what your channel is now at this point, is a box set for all that you offer to the platform, that you offer to viewers on here. So it is extremely, extremely important that this look as great as it possibly can. And it is hard sometimes. Not everybody is graphically inclined for design, but great at making videos and stuff like that. The advice is, if you tried it, and please keep trying it, you have to try it and keep sticking with it. Go to a place like Fiverr or something like that. Find something to collab with that does good work. Not just somebody that offers just for the sake of offering, because I've seen that happen a lot too. Some do absolutely stellar work. Make sure, look at what the work they've done already and see what they got. Because even though it's free doesn't mean it's always good. It's getting too important to be represented here. Sometimes you just got to put a little bit of money into Fiverr or somewhere like that. They can make you a banner. You can auction between a couple of different places, see their work. Your avatar, create a logo for you, and maybe even a template for your thumbnails that you can just drag and drop. Just something. But engagement is key, and remember that all starts with visual. And if they're going more and more TV, as they've said, we're going to need stuff that really stands out on here. It is just too important. It is just too important. Otherwise, you know, it's just going to start leaving us more and more in the dust, and that's not something that anybody wants. So that's our biggest advice to you, taking from what they've said, is if there's ever a time to home your channel, even if you got to back off for a bit on doing other stuff that keeps some content coming, but really home down on getting your channel looking good, and then you got to get right into your videos as well and start homing them as well. Think for the viewer, think for the viewer, think for the viewer. Everything you do on here is not for you, it's for the viewer. Look at everything you make and think, if I was a viewer, would I enjoy this? Is this too hard to find? Is this too hard to understand? I would want this here. I don't want this here. All of that matters. There's not one part. We always get that question, what's more important? It's all important. Everything matters. Right down to networking as well. There's never a show put out that was never marketed. But balance is key. All of them need your attention. There you go, Xenia.
Super Sika Super Chat, Super Sika Super Chat, Super Sika Super Chat. Thank you so much, Inspired John. Keep it up. That's right. Look at that. He's getting up there. Thank you. Thank you so much. Do appreciate that.
You're awesome, John.
I don't know. Might have sold the pants. I don't know. I know. We talk about that all the time. I got to stop this. Thank you so much.
Cheering on TikTok for him to.
Thank you so much for the Super Chat. Do appreciate that, John. Hope everything is well. Thank you.
It's from Jenny O'Brien, he said this.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Well, okay.
There you go.
Yes. See, Pix Helping Alive said that she liked what you were saying about being the best version of ourselves, and I added that, in fact, you know, thinking that we can be perfect, anything, and not just on YouTube, but in life in general, is just an excuse for a failure. Because if you want to be perfect, you're never going to be. So you're just going to say, well, what's the point, right? Because it's unattainable. Being the best version of what you are in life or in YouTube is something that you can attain. Therefore, it's more real and more doable. And there are no excuses of not doing that.
Agreed. We all want you guys have seen even our reviews in that we're never hard on anybody. We don't, in some channels that really need a lot of TLC, it's always in the hopes that they'll change the channel around and that they'll see it through the other stuff and decide to do it. But as a mass message to everybody, there is some of this YouTube stuff where, well, as long as you're happy, and I'm trying to think of the best way to put this because I don't want to sound critical, but it's time for a clear-cut message. The worst advice you can give somebody is keep doing it when it's going wrong. I mean, that's what it comes down to. And because we're all like business owners here and responsible for our own channel, the hardest talk to have is the talk with ourselves. We get mad at a boss when he says, you know, you got to pull your weight, you got to do this, you got to do that. It's a lot harder to do it when you're yourself. And you have to take that time sometimes and honestly just start looking at things realistically of what's going on. And if you're just shooting grainy fun, this does not mean anything about the cost of materials, guys. Art of Morbid we bring up many times. Shooting with a $100 4K black and white camera does some amazing stuff on there. Like, there's no limit. Money is not an issue. It's just being honest. There's all kinds of tutorials out there on everything from editing, audio, syncing up. You've seen what you like. You know what clicks with you and what doesn't click with you. And you have to take those extra steps to do it. And I do see people taking sometimes the shortcuts on editing, not lining up with audio and all these things and that. Missteps where snare drum kicks into a snare and the scene changes 2.5 beats down later from it and all stuff. That stuff is all preventable. Just play it back. Don't say it's good enough. If you really want people to watch it, you really want a chance to stand out, just start off being honest with yourself and look at it from a viewer and say, if I was a viewer, would that turn me off? There's a rhythm to everything. Somebody asked me one time, because I'm notorious for that. A lot of people say, oh, I love shooting video, but I hate editing, or I like both. I hate shooting video. I love editing. I love it. And yes, maybe it's the God complex in me talking. God only knows. Sorry for that pun, I guess, or double meaning. Why do I like it? I think it's because I feel like a conductor, and I was a guitar player, and then I became a drummer, and I feel like a drummer when I'm editing. It's my job to set the tone for how this is going to feel, and it would always be interesting to take the same footage for a minute, give it to everybody, and tell them you pick the song that you want to do under it, you edit the music that you want to go with it. Everybody be telling a different story because everybody gets a different feel, and every bit of music changes the whole vibe of it. It is so crucial not to skip those kind of steps like that. They all matter. Don't leave it go out half. Take your time with it. Sometimes walking away from it for a bit. But it is important. It really does make or break you onto it. When you don't line up your audio correctly with your video, it's basically like going to a concert and somebody singing out of time. It really is. And it knocks the whole feel off of it. And you could have 5 amazing musicians playing their heart out there, but if somebody is singing off, it will knock the whole thing off. Or for that factor, if the guitar player is playing like a quarter out of tune, or the drummer is missing some beat, everything comes together. Same with your video. All those elements, they all need to be timed out properly. And everybody's got to learn. Nobody's going to be a great producer in a day and all that. It's a lifetime quest. And you take all the great ones like Casey Neistat, Peter McKinnon, all of them. They are always, if you notice, always bringing in something new into their videos. Always upping their game up a little bit. Because that's important. You can't stay where you are, or then you become stagnant. And I've watched channels become stagnant. And you can tell by almost setting your watch what they're going to have, what they're going to say, what they're going to do, what's coming next. Oh, they said that. Here comes the infamous B-roll. Here comes the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It's a scripted show at that point, to the point that there's just no excitement, no entertainment, and no connection with it. It's there's nothing to bring out the emotion into it anymore. The same with your channel as well. Thumbnails. Nah, we'll just stick a font onto it. Yeah, that says something. Okay. Well, I did green background and I have lime green writing. I know it's there. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to be able to see it. Should never have to use words like that. Should never. It's important that everything look its best in every shape and form, because we are getting more and more judged on what we do on here every day. Not only from YouTube, but from viewers, other creators, everything. We're all competing to be seen on here, and we got to do our most to make that happen. It takes everything we got and then more. And with YouTube confirming that it does want more TV style program because it is out to take over television, that's a big wake up call for everybody. So make sure you got something in there that people want to watch. Make sure it's not, if they're doing that, there's going to be a lot of channels falling by the wayside that just aren't pushing it. So it's a wake up call to all of us, including us as well, to everybody in here. I mean, we've talked about that for a while. We speculated highly, but once you get confirmation onto it, there's no more excuses, as they say. So definitely heed those words for sure.
Well, yeah, and in fact, and if you weren't in our live stream yesterday, to quote the VP of Engineering at Google and the head of Google Search and Discovery, Cristos Goodrow, and he was in a podcast for artificial intelligence, he actually said to take place. He said YouTube is evolving to take place of TV, a better version of TV, on-demand, tailored experience, unique content among popular. So that's exactly what he said, and that's a quote. That's how he sees YouTube future, and that's a message for us where we should be gearing towards if we want to stay here for a long run, really. And if you look at all the latest content changes, even with COPA, as much as a traumatic experience it has been for many, all the other mature content, limitations, firearm limitations, and all of other stuff that has been coming in just in the last year, you're going to see how much more popular viewer-friendly they are. That means that anybody from anywhere could be watching your content, and that's what they're trying to gear towards. It should be very super niche specific within that popular content. It should be very friendly, very advertiser friendly. And that's another goal that they were talking about yesterday, and once again reiterated that YouTube's bottom line is their bottom line, being the most friendly to the advertiser, because that's when they are paying the biggest buck for the advertising. Is the content, right? So you want to create the most advertising friendly content. So YouTube likes it because it is friendly, popular, on demand, and everybody wants to watch it basically. That's what we're heading right now. It is getting more and more what is the word? Censored in a way, I think more in a way than TV is. There's so many things that TV has that YouTube doesn't anymore because of these content limitations, and that's where we are heading. It's not getting backwards. We're not gonna have cat videos, only, or homemade videos only like it started before. There might be cat videos, but more in a show-like manner, or a 2-minute or 1-minute intermission manner. But other than that, they are going towards TV quality content. And as you've seen with Bold and Bankrupt that Andrew was talking about as an example, it doesn't mean necessarily something that is made with a high-end equipment and super highly edited. No, it's the way you're presenting it. It can be done with a phone. It doesn't have to be super edited whatsoever. It's the way you're presenting it and what the content is about.
Our draft is getting kicked all over the place. Sorry, I was just watching that going on.
I don't even look at it anymore.
Yeah. Supposedly we dropped from, I said it and it disappeared. There you go. We were dropping from 84 people in the chat to 14 people in the chat. Sometimes that's happening twice in one graph run like that.
Well, yesterday it was from 2 to 90 and from 90 to 2. So who knows anymore? And
our views drop back about 150 each time they do that. So we're also having our views taken from us as well.
And yes, Split Screen Gaming is saying that YouTube viewership is about to exceed TV viewership. And yes, that is super correct. It has been projected before. And even in the past years, it's already is taking over the viewership of TV. Now, you got to take into account that lots of TV is being consumed by streaming, like Netflix. For example, Disney now is still considered TV, although it is not really. So you got to kind of distinguish between of those, because we have YouTube, we have our traditional TV, and we have our streaming services.
Sorry, I was just checking that out. I had to move something around. You know what we're gonna do next time?
What?
Next time we're live, we're gonna box this out because we can't show everything. We're gonna show a window into it so everybody can follow along and just see how the whole show goes through like that.
Yeah, don't do anything else. We'll just follow along. We'll just watch it.
Yeah, that's right. That sounds like a plan.
Up. Oh, it's going down.
Yeah. Up, down, around. Yep.
Do you think YouTube will focus more on YouTube Premium and leave us without the support and push we need? Well, yes and no. I mean, they have been releasing a lot of shows are available for you to watch that are made for YouTube Premium. Is that the difference is that when YouTube Premium has some other perks, among them you watch your content without advertising. It's already included in your membership. Now, when you can watch the same shows just with advertising, and you can't have them all in a binge watch. So for example, if there's a new episode coming up or 10 episodes of something like all together, you're going to be able to see it like one at a time as it releases and not all of them together. So I don't think it's going to definitely like focus only on YouTube Premium. I think the working both ways is what works the best for them, because those who can't afford that, they still can enjoy it and have the advertising, and they gain the money through that. And then those who can, they are basically like locked in money that they get a revenue every year through the memberships, and YouTube can guarantee that for their advertisers. So I think it works both ways for now, at least, especially because they have just released that just recently, just I think 2 or 3 months ago, that new changes in YouTube Premium. Cannonball Repair is here as well, and our Haunted Travels Panic Day is here.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. They've been with us from the early onset, past guests of ours as well. Our Haunted Travels, great to see you, Panic D.
Ooh,
Cannonball Repair, how you
guys are moving.
Oh, I so want to be you guys' street house. I so want to do it in here.
I'm watching them every day.
Yep, no, definitely.
Oh, okay, well, just a little bit.
Man, getting close.
New Orleans girl is here as well. Hello, how are you guys? What do you think? Is your channel TV ready? Are you planning to be TV ready? What do you need to be TV ready? Is there something missing that we don't have as YouTube creators altogether? I don't know. Can we actually be YouTube TV ready? That's a good question too.
All right, guys, I think we covered enough. We'll go into the questions.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to jump into the questions. We have a couple here already saved up. If you do have another question, let us know in the chat. I see already some answers for the question that I just asked to the chat. If you think that you are YouTube ready, Ghost Pirate says, I think so, maybe. David Build Vlog says, I'm not sure. Okay, Farmal. Pixel Be Alive says, I'm not TV ready, don't even feel that I am YouTube ready yet, so one step at a time. And you just started, so that's also, you have just started is to understand all of the realms of YouTube doing as well.
Outside Dogan says 4K videos are a must. You know what? A big channel right now, one that kind of influenced us, Tony and Chelsea, did a video where he actually apologized to his wife and to the viewers because they pushed heavily into 4K. And now they're going back to 1080.
Yep.
And they realized that it was such a small viewership that it just wasn't worth it. And I've always been a pusher that how important it is to get into 4K. I've edited. Now I shoot in 4K, edit 1080, export, upscale it to 4K for the simple reason 4K on YouTube is not really true 4K. It's a higher bit rate. But just to saying, and it's good to have it there and have it as an option, but it's a very small majority. And why? Because it was going up until the advent of the phone. And so many people viewing on phones is most likely the biggest culprit of why. Now, still for future proofing, I do think it's great to have it in 4K as well. But just something, a food for thought. I thought that was really interesting.
Andrew's edited videos that you can see on our channel, if you sort our videos by the oldest ones, because those are probably the first 15 or so of our channel. That's how our channel started, FYI, with edited videos, cinematics, as we call them.
That's right.
I really enjoy them, by the way. Andrew is a video editor, so check those out. They are all in 4K, so definitely. But as Andrew was saying, and we talked about that before, that it used to be around 60, but now it's getting closer to 70% of YouTube viewership is from mobile phones. And unless,
oh shit.
We're definitely not YouTube ready. Oh my God.
Anything but. Oh my God, I took a little bit of a coronary there on that one.
Wow. Good morning.
I thought everybody just came in.
I forgot what I was talking about. Like, it's just completely shot through my brain right now. Oh my God. Yeah, demonetized, like shut down and everything, especially with the sound and the cursing afterward. Oh my God. Yes, Sean, exactly. Oh my goodness.
That's a monster.
It is a good question though, Octai, because that 70% of viewership from the mobile phones right now is not representing really true 4K. So there would be more resources involved for YouTube to be able to sustain it, save it, maintain it, their servers and everything else. So it is a good question. Could it be the future of it? Could be. right now it is not really true 4K, as Andrew was saying. And even in the bigger channels, if you look at them, the TV production value channels are not making it in 4K for that reason. So it's a good question, though. Good question for the future.
And he said 4K for TV, I meant. Yeah, I still, like I say, if you have the capabilities, it's good to have it there. It's definitely not hurting that it's there, and down the road more. I agree with you. Just funny, like some were saying, because of production-wise and time, as Xenia was just saying once again, a lot of them did cut back, but nonetheless, I hear exactly what you mean. John of Coins, how are you? It's been a while. Hope you're doing fantastic. Lots got a lot. I can picture Thamsworld laughing now after that photo you uploaded that time. I can just see you laughing now as when you wrote the LOL. Flippin' Frozen, how are you? Great to see you.
My heart is still racing here. So are you showing the video, or we were just trying the different buttons?
It was just the other buttons, and I wasn't expecting that. I went into that stupid player again. That's why.
Sean was saying, "What's this button?"
Yeah, I see it.
Let's try it.
There's only one way to find out, right?
On ads, do you only allow skippable or do you let non-skippable? We do both, just because YouTube likes both. It's the same as we do have mid-roll ads as well. Usually I come back to the live stream and add a mid-roll ad the next day. So if you do watch the rewatch, it's usually only going to be at the beginning of the live stream, right after it, and the next day I usually come and add the mid-roll as well, just because YouTube likes it better. And it pays more, so you want to have that rate a little bit more higher. Like I said, people can have, for 1,000 views, it can have anywhere from $1 to like $17, let's say, and you want to keep it in around the same level, so YouTube likes it better. Pushing buttons, yeah. Good night. Look, we scared away Big Smurf. He just joined us today.
Oh no, we didn't mean to do that.
Big Smurf, we're so sorry.
We won't do any more bad noises, we promise.
He has a baby. Maybe we woke up a baby.
Sorry. And Polly Bear's Adventure says, try another button. Can you, Pixelbeat Live says, can you go over what you said yesterday about making best of something like that?
I'll go over my notes there and check out what exactly are you asking about, okay? And let's see what Andrew has in his pocket.
There you go, folks, yes.
Cover your ears.
No, I brought down the volume this time. So yes, we do this once in a while because people don't know that we do edit here. We do all that stuff. There you go, here's a short one. And yes, this is all in 4K as well. And that was a big deal at the time to get them in 4K. This was just a short one I shot for. So you might hear sometimes that, they don't know what they're talking about because they don't edit. Yes, we do edit. So there you go.
Yeah, once again, you could go and sort our videos by the oldest one, and you're going to be able to see all of them right there, including some of our wedding work as photographer, videographer there as well.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I like that track, and I didn't know what to do with it. It was short, and I always, I have a thing for trains, and I love over when I'm in Europe to see how much they make of their city trains, where we don't do that here in North America at all. So that's why I decided to kind of put those two together.
More vlogs, please. Ha 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 ha, Polly.
Yeah.
Polly.
Yeah. You really want to end us, don't you? The vlogs and us do not go together very well. Pusa Studios, to hear and see y'all feels extra good. Feels extra good to have you in here, Steph Opal. Thank you so much. The Shane family, how are you? Great to see you.
USA Scratchers and Green Leaf Grows here as well. Hello, how are you? And yes, I seen Split Gaming was talking about not putting in description and the title that it's 4K if it's not 4K. Mm-hmm. Like, don't mislead the viewer and YouTube as well. In fact, it can get some... I was going to say spanking. Okay, that from YouTube if you do that, so don't do it.
And just as a side note, was just going to say, I know Xenia's on the talk tonight, so I'm just going to throw in. If you look over the side, all the thumbnails for cinematics, we actually went to put 4K into them. Now, we're doing something soon with all of our upload videos, and all I can say is the new ones will not have that onto it, where I thought that would help us. And maybe it did at the time some. it's dated them very much, so that's going to be going as well. So another reason why it's important to always update your thumbnails, and that I left way too long and never dealt with them because we were doing so much lives. Just never got around to it. Udrone314, how are you? Welcome. And Xenia, the floor is yours.
Oh no, I'm done. Zippy.
Say what you're gonna say.
I don't know what
I was at the intersection. I had my flasher on. And I'm waiting for a road. I'm waiting for a path to get in. And then it's like, oh, another car.
I found it. Picks up. Yeah.
Oh, there's another car. Oh, no, I can't get through yet. So, there you go. I'm out on the street.
Lost on Anonymous. Hello, how are you? How are you doing? I just probably was saying hi to the people that were coming in here. So, hello for joining. Hello and welcome for joining. Hit that like button, share it out. We're going to get to the questions, guys, that you have. And if you do have other questions that are coming up, please put them in the chat. Put @Push Studio so I can see them and save them. And then we can ask for us and for Andrew and us, all of us here, and discuss the answers. And yes, Ethan, I do see your comments. Go Squirrels! Yes, go Squirrels.
And Sean, Panic Deeper, our Honda Travel says, 4K for us. I have to sell another vehicle, maybe get rid of a cow and a few chickens to have the money for the equipment upgrade, LOL.
Maybe you can trade in the chickens and the cow, for a camera or something. Or a new voice reading, paranormal, how is it called there? Voice reading machine. You don't know. You don't believe in ghosts. Okay.
The box that you're talking about. Right?
Yes,
yeah.
The box. Yeah. That's exactly why I said that. Okay, guys. Now.
Okay, guys, back onto our show, folks, and you had some answers for Pixelvia. My equipment is extremely high-tech, Farmwell says. That is. Doesn't matter the equipment, guys. Just shoot good video. Interesting video. And edit it the best you can. Just keep the editing grade onto it. You can do fantastic things with it, that's for sure.
Xeni the squirrel, yes. I would just want to hire you all to do my thumbnails and edit for me. Andrew loves editing. Maybe we can start paying him for editing. Also, if anybody of you can tell me how to save time and actually make more time in 24 hours, let me know. I'm in lack of hours. We want to do so much, and there's just not enough hours in a day. Okay. We're spending money on audio before upgrading to 4K. Haley family is saying that is super important as well. As you can hear, we have our microphones here. Down below are our links to Amazon affiliation that you can see where our microphones are actually, I think they were like $70. So they're super cheap comparing to all those round blue Yeti ones, so don't need to spend a fortune. And Andrew is reminding you guys that we do have a community poll going on, so if you want to take part into that, we have a lot of answers already, a lot of comments. You guys are loving the polls, which is super amazing, and Andrew always puts an amazing comedy twist on that, so check that out in our community page. Andrew is asking, is YouTube has become too toxic? And check it out. See what answer suits you. Well,
we shall New Orleans girl. If someone tells you the secret to more hours in the day, please share. Definitely, that'll be the feature of the century if we can get that one going.
Just cut out sleep. Yeah. That doesn't work for me.
Yeah, we tried that and it still doesn't work.
Yeah. And make Andrew do it. Well, he does a lot too already. Squirrels are pets for Xenia too. Oh my God, yes.
Alrighty, folks, I think it's time we get to the questions. I think we are.
Oompa Loompas are. Panic is looking for Oompa Loompas.
There you go.
Farmel. Did you hear that? Oompa Loompas. I hope Farmel is still in the chat. Oh, okay. Now I'm going to try to get to the questions in the sequence they were coming in. So, but if you do still have questions, let me know in the chat. Lorena Tucker, hello, how are you? Welcome back here as well. First question was from Nick Molnar, who asked about the question that have been asked to me probably 20 times, and I'm not exaggerating, just in the last week. I still can't go live on my channel on my phone. Now, he is over 1K, and I have received, I'm not exaggerating, over 20 channels requests on Twitter, and a question like, what's going on? I'm over 1K. It's been weeks, sometimes months, and I still can't go live. I don't know. I'm so sorry that I can't bring you the answer. I don't know. You should be able to do that. It's not you, it's YouTube, since there are so many channels having the same problem. It looks like after they updated the new terms of service in December, the channels that got their 1K afterwards have not been able to get their YouTube live streaming from mobile phone after they reach 1K yet. Now, it has nothing to do with terms of service, but it just seems a little bit at the same time going on. I do suggest you tweet at Team YouTube, hashtag YTHelp, hashtag GHelp, and actually ask them the same question, as well as if you are already monetized, get in touch with them through the chat and email so they can answer you directly. If you do get answers to that, please share with us, because you are not the only one. That's something to remember that is going on all across, okay? So that's something to think about, and it does worry me. I'm thinking on how to approach it as well, maybe to ask our rep, maybe they have an answer to that, because it's definitely an ongoing issue all throughout the people that just reached 1K.
Folks, just before we get into the next question, I forgot to say it. Let's take a look, guys, for a second. Look up, look way up, folks, and see if that thumb is blue. If it's not blue, can you guys help us out and hit that up on the count of 3? We'll do it together. I forget all the time. But just check and see if you did as well. Sometimes also YouTube is good at refreshing that and taking it away. So if it's not blue in the count of 3, let's do it together. You ready for this? 1, 2, 3. Hit it, folks. Hit it. If it's gray, turn it blue. It helps out immensely, more than you'll ever know, folks. More than you'll ever know. And it always rolls back 1. That's the signature. There you go. There you go. Now we're getting some kicks. Now we're getting some kicks. I don't want to shake my desk too hard right now because I'm trying to hold it instead of shaking too much because I've got all the wires out. But if you haven't turned to blue, do it, folks. That thumb, it really does help it immensely. There's a good shot, folks. There it is. Thank you so much. Do appreciate it. Do appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. There you go. There, now we're back.
Thank you so much. One thing that I just thought about while I was answering the previous question, do you have your live streams enabled? On your channel, you actually, if you haven't gone live before at all, and it doesn't matter on mobile or not, you have to actually enable your live streaming in your channel settings. So if you haven't done that, that might be the reason. You have to actually go and manually do that. It doesn't automatically happen. So that might be one of the reasons. But other than that, we'll have to keep on waiting. Panic D changed their intro to match the new banner. Used a real house that looked like the old creepy one we had.
That is awesome.
Who lives in that creepy house?
Guys, we said it before many times. Imagery is everything. That's how people are mostly going to remember us for a long time until, if it happens, we get so popular. Facial is like, the big YouTubers who just have to show their face and they're done. So the more continuity you can bring to your channel, the better. That means every single thing from merch to intros, banners, thumbnails, community posts, Twitter posts. Stay in the same kind of font, stay in the same kind of realm. Always keep that signature look, something from your channel that stays the same. And I always bring up about with brands, whether it's Budweiser, whether it's Pepsi, whether it's Ford, whether it's Frigidaire, whatever brand you can think of, or any one of your niches that has its big brands into it. Continuity is king, and it's great when you're doing stuff like that. All that helps better to represent your channel, to get that thought more in people's head, the connection with you and what you do. So always trying to keep as much similarity going as humanly possible. Even fonts, we use the main font all the time for our stuff, and if it's something funny and we have to change it a bit, it's very minimal that we'll try and use that one just enough, but we'll never write our channel name that way. We'll never write the main part of our message that way. It's a lot about making that connection with people and the sticking in their head, because they'll see it as blocks, and you don't think of it that way, but they really do. I brought the other night about examples of people painting. When they draw a horse, they don't just outline a horse. Artists will usually draw with rectangles and circles and ovals and then finish it off. That's the way they're seeing what you do. So you want that shape of what you do well implanted in people's heads. So do you get the tag? Oh, sorry, I'm jumping ahead of the questions, I know. All right, next question.
The next question is Duke from Duke Family Chronicles. Why is there a difference between studio analytics and the monetization stats? They are way off on our channel.
And the monetization stats, towards monetization, you're talking about your watch time and stuff like that, I'm assuming. I'm guessing. And the only other thing there is subscribers. YouTube has always stated in the end, though, you have to go by Creator Studio. Creator Studio supposedly to them is the most exact one of them. Anything you want to add to it?
No. Yeah, a YouTube Studio is always
that's the answer they've given to everything.
I find actually, although I don't use YouTube app as much, but YouTube Studio app is actually super easy to navigate for your very general analytics. Like if you don't want to dive into the details of it, the fast to look at it, views, subscribers, all of that is right there. So download YouTube Studio app. It's super easy and super understandable, and I think it's the best way to keep track on it.
If you guys are asking questions, instead of just writing minor, just highlight at Pusa Studios, just so it's easier to see. It will just be easier to pick out from the crowd, if that's okay.
Yeah, because I might not see it though if I do go back.
Like the Shane Family Vlogs just did one exactly at Pusa Studios question. That's perfect, just like that, because then we can definitely make sure we see it.
Wheelchair Diva Eats, hello and welcome back here. You came here, I think, yesterday for the first time, so thank you for coming back.
Welcome.
T-Town Gambler, hello, how are you? Good to see you. And if we didn't say hi to you, don't get personal. We probably just didn't see you. Sorry about that. And hello as well. Audition Draws is here as well. Treasures of Texas, thank you so much. Thank you, do appreciate that. Okay, so next question is here from Pixel Alive. Which is more like a statement, but I just wanted to reiterate that as well for everybody else in the chat. Pixel P has said, I have noticed that when I do videos in series, they get more attraction. Yes, an interesting fact. That's true. First of all, playlists get more traction, and if videos are in series, they get more traction as well, because YouTube batches those videos together and tags them together along. Now, YouTube tried to get rid of the series, and they actually set the date that we were talking about. I think it was in the summer, when they said that they're actually getting rid of the option of adding videos to the series. But then they kind of forgot about it and didn't do it. So since we still have that option, yes, I do suggest to tag together the videos that are within the same thing, so to say, within the series. You can't add the same video to multiple series. So if it is in a series, you can't have a different series with the same video. You can have them in multiple playlists, though. So if you do have something like we have our YouTube Tube Life with our interviews, that can be put into series and so on. Tek Talk probably could be put in a different series too. It's definitely something, because YouTube wants people to binge watch your videos, and the more they can stay on your channel, the better it is for your channel. So yes, please do use a series version if you can.
We use it for our interviews and stuff like that, and it was supposed to be gone, and we thought, what are we going to do now? But hey, maybe that's a bit big, another change in the lead in towards them becoming more like television. Maybe they're going to up that down the road, so put more value into it.
Flippin' Frozen, I got your question here as well. Thank you so much. I also had a question from Life FMC and Husband versus Wife. If you think I missed yours, let me know. Okay, we do have a next question here for Big Smurf, who joined us today. And we almost scared away as to questions. And maybe this is the one, guys, that we usually throw back into the chat, because you can help us with that as well. What are some good programs to use for editing? And he was asking let's do it in two parts. So what are some good programs you use for video editing? Let us know in the chat. Andrew, what are you using?
We use Adobe Premiere. I've been working with it since the late 90s, so it's just comfortable with me. If I was to start again and I wanted that kind of power, I would definitely go with DaVinci Resolve from Blackmagic. Most of the same features into it, and it's at a great price, free, which is unbelievable. There is a paid version for $1,000, but the majority of stuff you can do wonders with. There's also Vegas as well. I mean, depending where you're working on Mac or PC, of course, Filmora, Final Cut Pro, etc. Yeah, lots of Filmora. Lots of Filmora seems to be very popular, and Sony Vegas as well. And Sony uses, I use Corel Video Studio. Used it as long as Andrew has Adobe. Now, Corel is a Canadian company, and at the time, Corel and Adobe. Corel was going up not only against Adobe, but Microsoft Word at the time. That was the big competitor from it. Awesome to see it still going. That's really cool.
Jackie, yes, I had the same information, but unfortunately some people have been waiting it for months already. It's something that I have tried myself, and David, the producer, suggested us is a freeware called Olive. Olive, it's freeware. It's lightweight. It doesn't have as many options for filters, although you can download like different extra transitions and so on. But if you want a super easy, super friendly, editing, something for really short things, like I wouldn't really suggest it for the long haul editing, so to say. But other than that, it's free and it's lightweight. It doesn't take a lot of space on your computer. So it's called Olive. So check that out. See.
But I know you want to stay in line for questions. I know I'm trying to
you guys are super full with questions today, which is good. Yes.
What's the next one?
The next question here is, the next question was from the same viewer. Big Smurf asked about the programs, good apps for the phone. So what are the apps that are helping you as a YouTuber?
There you go, guys. There you go. What do you guys got? Lots of you doing it by phone. Let us know.
Thank you so much, Split Screen Gaming. Get your answer on that. Thank you. Now,
can I add something to that, please?
Yeah.
I just wanted to put in with everybody. I've been using. Oh my God, I'm trying to remember the name of the program now because I just started using it. I had to uninstall it, but I'm putting it back on again. BlueStacks. BlueStacks is an emulator for Android that you can use on your PC. And I'm using that a ton now because I got sucked into Snapseed for editing photos and that, and I love it. So this way now when, for instance, we're doing our thumbnails, I work in Photoshop, but I use Canva because it has such a great background erase now. But I also like to run then the photos through Snapseed beforehand because it cleans out nice, gives a nice glow. So, of course, I used to have to send it to my phone, edit it, then send it back. But now that I'm using, what is it again? Because I know I'm going to forget the name of it. Now that I'm putting myself on the spot. BlueStacks. It emulates Android. So it's basically logging into your phone, but on a desktop. And you can download apps and work with them on there. It is fantastic. So if you have some apps on your phone that you like to use on your PC as well, definitely check out BlueStack. It's amazing. I love it. Probably one of the greatest finds I've had in a while. There we go, guys. We just took another dip and lost the numbers. They were quiet after we didn't say more. We dropped from 79 to 0. And now we're back up to 72.
Hardly possible since you were guys in the chat, but okay.
I'm going to share with you guys. Here you go. Just in case it disappears. There you go. This is what we get most of the time now. This is what's happening to our chat. About, I don't know, sometimes 20 times in a live stream in 2 hours. You can't see the bottom part there, but it dipped is there. Here, let me bring this up. Let me give you all a little view of that. Let's see. There you go. It's going to update in a second. Is it? No. Scroll down. Anyways, you get the point. So it drops to 0, and this is just what happens. And we lose about 150 or 200 views every time that's happening. So there you go. Quick update. Quick update on what is going on. There you go, folks. And a while ago, after I said that, it stopped, literally stopped, and we were getting them every 5-10 minutes. This is the first time it's happened since. So I guess it was, oh, well, they're not looking at it anymore. It's
maybe they fell asleep. Who knows?
Maybe.
Maybe. Lack of sleep while driving. Okay, now we do have amazing answers, some really amazing answers here, both for iOS and Android, and also for video editing apps for computers. So guys, look through out there. I'm sure you're going to find something that is good for you, both paid versions and free. There's a huge variety. I remember the first, when we started Tuesday Tek Talk, and this is one of the questions that get asked the most usually about video editing tools. The most used answer was iMovie at the time, remember?
Yep.
And that was almost 2 years now ago. And now it's more variety. It looks like some people are still using iMovie, which is good, why not? But there is a lot more variety into answers of different programs. Maybe because there is much more available now, even for free. Even the little span of time of a little bit less than 2 years. So that's pretty cool. If one don't like BlueStacks, there is one called Andy. I used it a long time ago. Don't know if it's still good. I think you have to pay for that one. Not sure. It's called Andy. Andy. BlueStacks or Andy, guys. Check it out. Now, I want to let you know about something that is going to save your time, since I did ask that question. I can say something that has helped me. One of them is called Daywise, and it's actually has nothing to do with YouTube. What it does is it saves you time for not checking all the notifications that are dinging into your phone. What it does, it basically collects all your notifications from all apps and everything into this one app. And in order to check them, you actually have to physically go and open the app. Like, they don't ding every time you get notification. You can let some of the messages through, so you can filter which ones you maybe want to see every time there is a notification. But other than that, it all collects into this app. So that way, I think it's less stressful, and you don't spend time all the time checking if there is a bell rang, what is my notification, then reading it. I find takes so much time if we do it constantly throughout the day. So that's one thing. Then for social media, I use Buffer, and I have been using it for years now, even with our businesses beforehand. We have used Buffer for planning social media. We use free account, although you can pay for that as well, and then you can have a little bit more leeway. But even with free account, it just helps you with planning and scheduling, especially some automatic releases of your video links and so on. So that's something we use as well.
One other thing I came across recently, I'll just touch. It's not, well, yeah, I would say it helps for YouTube as well, but just in general, I've been raving about this. Is a new plugin for Chrome called start.Me. And when you open a new page, as you can see, instead of going to your Windows or your keyword, it comes here. Now you can import your bookmarks and have them pop up here from Chrome, but instead I brought them in here. You can create multiple categories, as many as you want, as well as that as widgets and everything. There is a paid version that's $20 a year, but it's of real no benefit to me. But I've absolutely loved this thing, and it has everything here that I'll ever need, even like a to-do list that I can update just by clicking onto it. So like pick up Chris. Just say, I don't know, just my son, just for instance. But I can put all my to-do lists on here. Weather, all the tech news coming through, I can pick all the different ones that are there, as well as I have it all organized here for news. My most used pages, I can sort them all out. Google Apps, I've put all in there. I even have a world clock as well running in the background for everything. So when we have people on all different time zones, I can check on the fly, see where they're at. And as well as I say, for your bookmarks, I've been able to break them all up into sections that are easy to get at now. So like audio sources, video editing, YouTube tools, etc. I'm still bringing some over, but this has been one of the greatest things I've found in a long time. It's so much easier to keep everything organized and so much easier to access. That's what I love. It's supposed to snow in Montreal, apparently, John says. Yes. It should have been snowing months ago. We're not getting as much of it. But honestly, just as a side note, I've been swearing by this thing. It's been unbelievable. I love organization. I love when things are in their place, easy to access, and it's got it all there. So start.me. It's fantastic.
In fact, I actually now created a new Discord sub-channel where I ask you guys to drop your favorite apps in this Discord channel. So we have Discord for those of you that don't know. So go over and find the best YouTube apps for creators, and you can drop the name of the app and also add if it is iOS, Android, if it's free or paid. So that way we can share with each other and maybe find something that really works, that we never thought about, like the one that Andrew just talked about. So definitely check that out on our Discord right after our live stream. Thank you. We do have more questions here, and if you do have questions, put @Push Studios in the chat. The question here was, the question was, how do you put videos in a series? That goes with the question from before. How do you actually physically do that?
It's a setting within your playlist settings, and it's just as much as a checkbox. You just head over to the 3 category, and is this part of a series? And you just click yes, and the rest is done for you. That's all you have to do. So.
There you go. Easy as that. Super easy for you guys. Great question. And if you have questions like that too, no questions are too easy or too hard. We can come up with the answers all together. I dropped the link of the Discord right now in the chat as well. So if you want to check that out after, check it out. Okay, so Pixel Live asked about going over about the highlights, what we talked about yesterday. And for those of you that weren't here yesterday, we talked about the interview between the Google VP and the head of Google Search and Discovery. He had an interview on artificial intelligence podcast, a super underrated interview, really, because the questions were super great, very direct, and the answers were super informative as well. And we covered all of that yesterday, including the tips of how you can actually implement that information practically into your channel. So if you missed that, go check it out after our live stream. It is down below in description as well for the link for you. But about the highlights, I'll answer the question that the Google VP talked about, that it is a really great idea to have your longer content be divided into smaller parts, like clips, highlights of your longer content, so to say. And definitely, I wouldn't suggest putting it into the same content that you already have, meaning the same channel, because once again, it skews off your watch time, because different videos are different lengths. Obviously, if you have an hour-long video, you have highlights that are maybe 2 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, and so on, and then you would put it separately. He definitely said that the advantage of it is in getting these videos tagged together, and for the technicality of that, you will have to watch yesterday's live stream. But basically, if one video is shared within the other one, it gains points for the value of the video, and therefore gets suggested together as brother and sister, so to say, on YouTube for suggested and recommended videos. So it's definitely a good idea to do that. It definitely ups your content and gains more traction for more viewers and new audience as well.
BNO is in the house. How are you? Fantastic to see you. His channel is doing amazing, guys. And he's a guy we're talking tonight about upping and getting ready more for TV and that. There's another great example of a channel doing a lot of great stuff, upping his game, getting better with the editing, now he's admitted he's not the graphics type person, so he gets more help with it and stuff like that, and it looks fantastic. Great to see you in here. And as well, Heather Kazarni had a great idea. Maybe you could do a poll to see how many watch YouTube on TV and how many people are ready. I love that. That's a very good idea. Thank you so much for that once again.
Thank you so much. Andrew's definitely going to jump on that one. Likes doing the polls. So thank you so much for that. We got to save who asked that question, because definitely, sorry about that. Definitely thank you for that. Thank you. Heather, hello, how are you? Good to see you here as well. Margie Hingo Vlog, hello. Excuse me. Yeah, getting under the weather there. Okay, so some more questions here as well. And Pixel P Live, yes, I would definitely put it separately. In general, like when when you put on social media the notice of your live stream, when I click on that link, I expect to go to the reminder event of the live stream, which I don't. I get to your highlight. The highlight is great, but it doesn't have a link included for your live stream. So you have to do that thing. That's one of the things I want to tell you as well. Definitely have to include the link for the actual event in there. Otherwise, it's a video. Not many people might jump actually to the actual live stream.
Saucy Sean, how are you? And welcome. Great to see you.
Inspired John. I barely get out of the house. Yes, of course. Okay, now, next question. Next question here is from Rodney Reviews said, what's the percentage of views by subscribers? You can actually see that in your analytics, and it's going to be different, what we have and what is in your analytics.
I was so perplexed by that. I thought I was asking what is ours. That's why I didn't understand. Now I get it, how to see it. Okay, thank you.
I think ours is around 30-70, so we have around 30%. It goes 30-40 in general, but 30-40% of people that haven't subscribed yet, and then the rest is subscribers. You want to have some dosage of unsubscribed channels as well, because those are new viewers, and you want to have them come so they can get to know your channel. Now, if it's the other way around and you have more viewers than subscribers, you got to try and see how you can change your video in order to have a call of action, so to say, to let them know that they need to subscribe to get notified of your next video. You gotta educate them how to actually do that, because lots of viewers that are not creators don't really know that. And why it's important, and again I quote yesterday, that it is important that people come back to your channel. Coming back to your channel, coming back to your video actually gives you more value points in YouTube's eyes, and that means it gets more recommended. So you do want to have more subscribers than you have viewers.
And actually, shout out, because we had this conversation with Mr. Boom, Farmall Fanatic, who's now doing that. And I'm wondering, Farmall, if you're still in here, if you find it helping. I just know you got to get started onto it. But that's what he's doing now, having it pop up to subscribe, those reminders. That's great things, because people do forget, as we're always putting in the chat here, the message you see so often, or when I do the ground is shaking, because people do forget. They're not bad people, just reminders help. I need reminders too, so... Eman
El Camel.
Okay, because I usually don't know if I should pronounce the okay. Eman El Camel. You're all great to me. Thanks a lot. Well, you've been great to us. It's a two-way street.
Thank you.
And thank you so much. You remember, guys, don't ever underestimate the importance you guys are to everything we do here. You guys are the main ingredient, all that makes it work. So thank you so much. Casper, to you all, how are you? Great to see you, by the way. There's so many people joining. If I missed anybody, it's great to have you all in here. Saucy Sean as well. Yeah, I'm having a brain fart, but I know there's a lot. And if I missed you, don't be shy. Oz TV, how are you? How are you? Great to see you as well. Hope you're doing fantastic. The Bob is still with us. Just joined us for the first time last night, I believe it was. And here all the way from Sweden. It's great to have you in here. Glad you're enjoying yourself.
Amazing people in here. I couldn't agree more, Kane Simple.
Philip Cochran says, someone remind me to take my medication.
Okay, we'll keep that in mind.
Junk Pick, how are you? Great to see you. And Steph Opal said she's enjoying the QA. And, Steph Opal's been with us for a very long time, as well as Philip. This is kind of like how we first started expanding our channel, was Tek Talk Tuesday, really.
Yes.
This is kind of the closest thing left, like from the beginning, that really is still fully active.
The oldest show on YouTube, Tek Talk Tuesday.
in our YouTube. That's right. Back when if you never seen our old Tek Talk Tuesday, it looked like that. That's from our first Tek Talk Tuesday. It wasn't colored TVs yet, so there you go.
Yeah.
And here we are. No.
By the way, the dress that I'm wearing is actually made by my mother in 80s.
Is it?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
She actually wore it herself at the time, but yeah, it's sewn by my mother. It has green roses. You can't see them because it's black and white.
I didn't know that. There, see, I'm learning something new.
There you go. And yeah, Steph Opal burned the vegan pizza tonight. As always,
yes.
It's a tradition.
It is. The burning of the pizza is something we all get behind. Andrew, give me back my suit now. Polly Bear Adventures says, I almost put on a suit. I was going to go for full 1950s. That's a cardigan?
Yeah,
cardigan. There you go. See? But I was going to put on the whole suit and do the 1950s. I actually cropped out some of my hair to give it more of the brushed out look.
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. Sensual.
Oz TV, glad to hear that. We have also here the test in Canada that they have been using to filter out the people that might be with the virus or not. So that is good, and they're working on the vaccine in Winnipeg actually right now. So hopefully that comes out pretty fast.
Inspired John, I love that you guys change to keep up with the rules and don't stay stagnant. Lessons for life.
Thank you.
There's always a comment that sticks with you that makes it feel worthwhile. Thank you so very much for saying that. Was really kind of you. Thank you.
A little bit of old, a little bit of new, blue, and all of that.
That's right, all of it.
And we have blue. So,
we do.
Okay, next question here, and this is a famous question that we do get also asked, but Andrew loves this question. Okay, do you know? Can you guess what is the question?
How to get more subscribers?
No. Why is YouTube messing around with subscriber counts? No, I'm serious. We all have this question, and we have this question probably I don't know, every 2 weeks. Why people gain 9 and then they lose 3? What is happening, Andrew?
Sorry, I'll answer. I just had to laugh at Uji-san's draws. Andrew, at least you're not having to add hair in your pictures. For now. Thank you. That is awesome. Why are we losing? Well, officially by YouTube, it's stated that they want a more clear representation of who actually is subscribed to you and is watching. So their thought process behind it is they're starting to get rid of more and more stagnant channels and channels that have been closed down. So in a perfect world, we'll do it as YouTube says it is. Say you came in here tonight on the wheel and you gained 15 new subscribers. Well, YouTube's going to probably take a lot of them back at one point, and then you're going to slowly see them starting to come back again. And they're going to say, oh, that's great. This is a real channel. Okay, this isn't a double channel, etc., all the things they don't want. But since you've gained 15 new, we're going to take 8 old ones away from you that haven't watched you in 6 months or 8 months. And we're also going to close down channels that are closed because they can't watch anymore. They're closed channels. And nobody wants to lose subscribers, but okay, that makes sense. I can get that. I'm behind that. But it's not quite working out that way. And I mean, the proof is many times over. And I'll bring up Canadian Drone Hub as a fantastic example. One of the few channels where I actually go on panels, and I go there a couple of times a week. I mean, I've had to subscribe to his channel, 6 times in the last month, maybe? That's a conservative number. So it's most certainly not working the way it's supposed to work. That's a given. And once again, it's an algorithm. And you've seen when rules are applied and you say, well, my buddy's doing this and he hasn't got hit yet. Well, it's the same with this, the same with everything. I think it's completely out of whack. I think it's worse than it ever was. I don't think they fully even understand where it is or have any kind of grips onto it, nor do I think they totally care about it, to be perfectly honest. But you can go over to your analytics and the graph that's there, click see more, and then go under subscriber sources, and you can actually see how many are lost from dead accounts, how many from other. Because remember too, that's why I tell people when they're like, where somebody's 5 away from, 1,000, they'll say, don't worry, I want to grab them with my 6 other accounts. Please don't. Your heart's in the right place. But YouTube is going to take them away because it is scanning to see if they're coming from the same IP address, etc. and that. If you have 2 channels and you're actively using them all the time and you come in and watch something and join it properly and stuff like that, yeah, they can stick then sometime. But that's a very rare occurrence. I know people are not doing it to be mean. They're not doing it to be wrong. It just doesn't help when it's said and done because YouTube is more tightening the grip on what's an actual real viewer. There are all sorts of clean out bots, but I've seen a channel that's been buying $1,200 at a time in that, and they're still staying up for the most part. But as a side note to all that, if you're using that, because I understand it's a little more frustrating since the numbers, YouTube doesn't show them directly anymore. I get where frustrations are coming from. But just remember something. When you start something like that, you're going to almost have to keep it running. It doesn't benefit. It's only for the vanity of the people that you know around you seeing the number. Yes, YouTube might take them away, but it's been known to drop growth to a minimal. It's been known to shadow ban you. And yes, you can still get community strikes and your channel can be taken away from you. All those things still heavily exist. But even if it doesn't go that far, if you watch somebody you know is doing that, it happens periodically. Because they realize by doing that, they basically shot themselves in the foot and now they're not getting traction the other way. Or the more they're grabbing people, say they met 45 people in a new live stream. Somebody shouted them out, oh, you got to check out this channel, I love them. They get 45, most likely they're getting 45 taken away right away of those other channels. They don't follow ever again. And if YouTube's sole purpose is to keep away channels that aren't following you to have a better representation of what you do, you couldn't be more in violation of that if you tried. Whether you're caught at it or not, the consequences are severe. It's just not worth it. It really isn't worth it when it's said and done. It's not going to help you. It's just going to put you in a hole, and then you're going to see them come in clumps. And it makes that person more and more desperate, which makes it more and more obvious to other people. And then viewers start to catch on as well, and the few viewers are left start to see it, and they start to comment about it. It's just not worth it. I understand that we are all, believe you me, you've been hearing about us with the gold coin for, how many weeks now? 3 weeks? 4 weeks? You don't think we're banging our head against a wall, but there's no use in doing something stupid about it because then whether it's fixed or not, nothing's going to change. So just try to put things in perspective sometimes, that there's always a lot of options. Like I remember one night they were attacking our channel, trolling it. They hate the wheel, so they went after it. So when we were done, okay, they went and hit our numbers and brought them down. Fine. I got a good way. I could go buy some, whatever. No, I'm going to go back on live doing the same thing for another hour. You remember that night?
Yeah.
Here you go. I'll get my numbers for the day, and you hate this. Now you got stuck watching it for an extra hour. So who's the winner here when it's said and done? Nobody. There's always a way to get around. There's always a way. Just you got to keep going with it. And it's okay to feel down. It's okay to feel beaten up on here. It's okay to feel discouraged on here. I understand that. But you cannot let it run every moment of every day with what you do on here. When it comes to that point and you can't bring yourself around, it's time to step back from YouTube and get perspective. So just remember that as a bit of words to the wise from that we need to hear from to ourselves as well sometimes too. So Saucy Sean says, I remember that night too. Exactly. So, hugs and blessings. Thank you for all you do. Oh, Skywatcher Sandra, you're so sweet. You really are. You really are. Sorry, yes, I never thought of that. Thanks. Taking my words back. Oh, sorry, you guys were talking. All right. So there you go, folks. Just a little thing, a side note to remind everybody. Disappointment is a huge part of being a YouTuber. That's right.
Yeah.
Chris BNO said it perfectly. It is because we're not David versus Goliath. We're an ant versus a mammoth. But you got to still find moments to make videos that count. I've quit twice, yes? And you know what? Look at you come back even stronger, BNO. Your content got tighter. Your outlook onto it differently. It's so commendable when somebody should step away from it for a bit and clear their head, would maybe give them a chance to get some perspective and come back. Imagine with a business. I'm selling lamps. My lamps aren't selling well. I'm going to grab a shotgun and shoot through the next lamp store's window down the street. That'll help me get more customers. I mean, that's kind of the same way as doing it. If it's getting that bad, step back from it. Get some clarity. People are not on here to entertain sociopaths. They get nervous around them. Just stand back. It's not worth it. And you can come back. And BNO is a great example of that. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate when people really bring their own experience up like that. BNO stepped away from it. He's come back and he's doing even better and better work. And I've seen it. I've seen him doing it. And maybe if he hadn't stepped away, not that I ever think he'd go down that road, but maybe despise it more and more and end up just leaving and never coming back. So I'm glad Chris is back. I love it, Chris does. Chris is a great YouTuber, and his work is getting better and better from it. So.
In fact, yesterday in that podcast, the VP of Google said that do take a break. The YouTube statistics shows that creators who do take a break come back even more popular afterwards. And we can attest to that every time we do take vacation, although it was scary at first, we actually do gain more viewers, more subscribers, and more attention from YouTube as well afterwards. So please take a break. Don't burn out. We
hit 1K at the end of close to the end of March, but we only got monetized in the middle of July because back then it was so crazy, the delay in that. We got that while we were on vacation.
Yeah.
And close to the start. And my parents only had satellite internet down there, and we were working on that house that had no internet. We were terrified of it when we were going to come back to no channel. And believe you me, by then we already had people gunning for us big time. But we came back. We went live maybe 2 or 3 times from the truck.
Yep.
And we came back. We were reinvigorated. There was more people there than when we were gone, because even some people that hadn't watched a bit came in to watch. And some new people came in because of that. And it really got the ball rolling. And we were in a good place. And it just helped us. It really helped us get our momentum on track. So as much as we were worried about doing it. Now, yes, if you're going away for 6 months and that, it's going to be hard. You got to try and fill something in there somewhere. I'm not saying leave for a year and everything will be Jim Dandy when you come back. But a break is a different story, and sometimes it does do a world of good. What is it? Distance makes the heart grow fonder. Is that how it's
Yeah, but also because of YouTube has changed its content pushing, so to say, because of this issue a couple of years ago, and is suggesting more and more library videos. That means that you get suggested, and you probably have noticed that, especially on the homepage, videos that are 3, 4, sometimes 10 years old. It's not necessarily the newest videos that get pushed all the time. It's also the older videos from your library that gets pushed by YouTube and suggested, especially if it's evergreen content, if it still is viable, so to say, for people for their entertainment, education, or whatever they're coming from. So before that, it was like you had to mail them out like new content only, but now they're sharing anything. Sometimes as much as weird it is, sometimes even our wheel of shoutouts from months ago all of a sudden gets traction. Like, to me, it's like, why? Why? It's a live stream, wheel of shoutouts from like 5 months ago. But because YouTube decides to push it, right? And especially it goes even more for videos like that. So just remember that.
I just want to quote, BNO says, you have to recharge, come back and reflect on what you've learned. Adjust and set your goals.
Thank you.
That is so well said. That nails it right there. And somebody was asking, Mega Millions Mike, I guess, was asking Polly, because Polly says, yeah, Pusa Studios kept calling me Polly, LOL. So yeah, I'm assuming that's what that is all about. Smoking and Grilling with AB is in the house. How are you?
Now, talking about the success story, guys, and that's what we're talking about today. Smoking and Grilling with AB started together with us around the same time on YouTube.
Yep.
And this is a show that you want to see on TV. And it was back then when he just started. They were a couple of guys that were doing cooking live. Yes, live cooking show. What couldn't be better than that? I wanted to eat everything they were cooking. And now, if you look at the channel, look where it's at.
Cooking to the tune of 303,000. 303,000.
Congratulations once again. And thank you for popping in here, having some time for popping in here. Thank you so much.
That is amazing, man. You're doing fantastic. Well done. Well done.
Good to see
Unreal.
you here.
Danny Black, counter argument is that when you are doing something consistently and you have a clear path on your channel, when you take a break, you lose that path, in my opinion. I think so. Like, I think that comes with, there's a difference between taking a break and like taking like a long sabbatical. Taking a break is one thing. When you start to get into a longer one, I feel yes, it does. There is sort of not a set time set by YouTube, but I believe there is kind of a shelf life onto it. But that's mostly when you feel like if you're feeling that way. Okay. I have two thoughts on that. One is it's kind of like a girlfriend, you know. Oh, I don't want her. If I don't go out with her tonight, she might leave me for somebody else. Well, if it's gone to that point, you don't have much of a relationship anyways, and either do or die. It's something that she's going to go or whatever, and you can't hold back what's going to happen. The same with your channel. If your channel's in utter crisis, I mean, whether you're on or not, things aren't working well, it drives you to the point where you're terrified about it. You know, there's a problem. And I'm not talking about Danny's channel. I'm just answering his comment. That's one way to look at it. But if your channel's already doing good, you know, like when we were on ours, we were gone for 2 weeks, back for a couple weeks, and then gone for another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But we did go live once or twice, but it was more like just us, no show. Literally, we were in a pickup truck stealing internet from a restaurant. And we connected with everybody like, oh my God, I miss you guys so much. I'm glad. There was an anticipation, and I'm trying to think of a way to say it because I don't want to sell you. It happens with all of us. Sometimes, not that people take you for granted. We were honest, like, oh, well, Pusa Studios will be there. And when we're gone for a bit, people were like, kind of like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. You know, I haven't watched them. They're gone. And it brought back a whole new breath, and not just them, but us as well, of kind of, we always appreciate what you guys do, but everybody gets buried sometimes with it. And as well, the audience about what we do as well, us or any other creator. And sometimes a little bit of that kind of re-sparks the feeling of getting things going again, and that strengthens it. I'm not sure exactly if I'm explaining it properly. I'm just saying sometimes consistency is good, but sometimes with consistency is great. I believe, you know, us, we're always on the same time, same look, same everything. But then there's sometimes where you start to fall a bit in a rut and you don't see it. And sometimes a tiny bit of time away from that helps you get out of that rut and get a new perspective to bring back to the game. So
I do think, though, to add to what Andrew was saying, that your older content is what replaces that continuity in the past. It's not like nothing. It's not like you don't get any views while you're away. You know what I mean? You still get pushed. You still get views. So you're not breaking that up. Like, it's not like, okay, I'm not doing video upload today. Well, it's 0 views now till I come back. That just doesn't happen. You still will get something. And the more you have that evergreen content, the more you're going to be getting, even when you get the pause. So I don't really think it is a breakage in a path of the channel, so to say.
BZ Cooks, welcome, by the way. BZ Cooks, heard a lot about you guys from my buddy Smoking and Grilling with AB. He spoke highly of you guys. Wow, well, thank you so much. I mean, we speak very highly of Smoking and Grilling with AB as well. Thank you so much for checking us out. It's such a pleasure to have you in here. Any friend of his is a friend of ours, that's for sure.
And Smoking and Grilling was so kind. He said, tell them I started here.
Oh.
Thank you so much. Very kind of you.
Oh my God. And we're once again, we're very, very proud of you, man. You are just killing it on YouTube. And you put in the work. And there's a channel, guys, that you go way back in his videos, the quality was there. The attention to detail was there. The audience interaction appreciation was there. Had all the right elements. Just got into it and did as much every time to make the show more and more a show in every sense of the word. And the payoff is right before you in his channel.
And I think it was pretty unique for the time as well to have like live streams while doing that. And I mean, the recipes, like, just check his Instagram.
And then started getting YouTubers competing on his channel. They'd pick out dishes they would have to make. I mean, did everything just class one. And it's not like he came like with $10 million to invest into it and everything else. The key with YouTube is to take everything you got and do the absolute best with it you got. If you're doing that, you've upped your chances by a million. As long as you're using it to your max potential, every tool at your disposal, every opportunity to network, to mingle, to collaborate possible, you're doing good. You're taking all the advantages that are given to you, and that's what it's all about. Angrata de Ortiz, welcome. Great to see you as well. I know there's been a lot. InQ's World is in the house. Dave's Backyard Chicken and Outdoors is here. Welcome. I'm just going through.
BR Yoyan is here. Hello.
Welcome.
And welcome here. Welcome all the new channels. If you like what you see, click that like button. Subscribe to us. We do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
You guys are absolutely awesome. We're taking questions, folks. Is YouTube forum tonight. That's what we call it. It's all got blue wrenches. If you don't have a blue wrench, just be a little bit patient with us and we'll get to you very soon. In the meantime, it's all about helping each other. We don't have all the answers, but together we can figure out a lot of things. So whether you've just gotten into YouTube, we have channels here tonight that are 50 subscribers and 300,000 plus. And sometimes we have over 600,000 plus channels. And they're all in here. And not only there's channels that come in that get advice. Bearded Picker was a great example. 70-some thousand. One night we were talking about how it's important to separate your live streams from your uploads if you do a lot of them. He ran with it, asked us about it, and went and did it. Like, we don't have all the answers, but together. And if you're new here, I always say, don't underestimate your perspective. You have a lot to bring. You might have a new look on YouTube that we're all missing. So it's great to have you all in here, and all your opinions really do matter.
Thank you so much, BZ Cooks. Yeah, I just was checking out your channel as well. Definitely going over to check that deliciousness. My goodness. Thank you.
Most definitely.
Thank you. Yes, and as we always say here, numbers are for YouTube. It's YouTube who's interested in your view counts and subscriber counts. For us, and I hope for you guys, we still all are here human beings, no matter how many subscribers we have or how many views are. It doesn't make us better or worse people. We're all here together, the same, equal, on the same platform, and that's why we all have blue wrenches here. By the way, I tried to give BZ Cooks a wrench for like 10 times. I don't know if it's you doing it.
We're thrown out or something.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh, well, that wouldn't be the first time.
Just bear with us, guys, as we try to get logged back into our own live stream.
So yes, if you haven't gotten yours yet, don't worry, you're gonna get yours once we get logged back into our live stream. This is what happens here periodically. Okay, well, while we're doing that, we'll get back to the questions. At the first part of the show, we talked about if your YouTube channel is TV ready, because that's the future of YouTube according to the Google VP. And you do have a wrench. Oh, see? He does have a wrench, it's just we can't see it. Interesting.
This is so strange.
Very
Weird.
strange. Oh, and I don't know what's going on. Anyway, let's just push through it. Okay, the next question we have here. How do you get the tag over your title? When I try, it erases itself. What we do, we actually add it at the very end of our description. It's just one personalized hashtag live with Pusa. because we want all of our, like if you click on it, you actually see all of our videos right there. So you can actually add up to 15 hashtags in your text. They have to be part of your text and not stuffed. Stuffing hashtags, same as tags, is actually against the guidelines. But it will show up only up to 3. It will only show 3 first ones, hashtags on top of your title. So I don't know why it raises it. It shouldn't. All you have to have is just hashtag and the word. Like I said, if it's not the part of your description, just add it at the very end. Check, for example, in our description.
And also remember too, folks, just as a side note, try to avoid a lot of hashtags. Like we only use one because it leads back to our channel. If you're putting hashtag this, hashtag that, you're basically opening up a menu for people to leave your channel and go find tons of other stuff that's not connected to you. And most likely the originator of the hashtag, like we do with hashtag Blue Orange Group, most of it is going to it's going to relate back to us. That's why we don't tell you guys, oh, make sure you put that in all your videos. People are telling you to do that. Please don't. That's to promote them, not you. Now, when we do a charity or something like that, like Xenia's Millions Missing in that, we put the hashtag in front and center because we want people to go. We know they're going to go. But otherwise, it's like having a restaurant. When you sit down, you open it up, and there's 5 menus to the other restaurants in your area. So keep it. Remember, this is a place to promote you, your channel. It's the only place on YouTube where you can selfishly push what you do. So don't open gateways. The same as it's nice to pay honor to people who've done great things and stuff like that. Avoid putting it in like your playlist and stuff like that, especially on your homepage, showing them off like where to go. You're basically saying, go check out a reel. It's kind of you. It's sweet of you, but there's nowhere else. YouTube does that enough. This is the only place where you can really push what you do as well. Papa Roams Outdoors in the house. How are you? Great to see you. Hope you started my job again 3 weeks ago and running lots of shifts every day. Not like, oh my, Papa Roams Outdoors. Work comes first. Life comes first. You know that already. Just hope work is going okay and not tiring you out. And it's always great to see you. FYI, my mom is here, biggest lurker. She watches you every day like a regular TV program. She doesn't know how to comment. She's not here now because she's sleeping. Well, that's awesome, Stacey.
Say hi to your mom.
Yeah, say hi to her because we can't, but don't really tell her we said hi.
Albello, you actually can add 15 hashtags in your description itself. If you add more than that, it's going to disregard all of them. So just FYI. But yes, only 3 are going to be showing up on top of the title.
Paris ASMR Eating Show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic.
Free to laugh now. Thank you so much. Next to doing dishes, this is a highlight of my day. I hope this is a serious note. You never know with Free to Laugh now.
Yeah.
India's Relaxation TV asked about organic traffic. Well, the best way to do that is actually go and watch our live stream yesterday. We not only talked about the YouTube recommendations and how to get recommended by YouTube, but also actual practical tips, what you can do to be able to have that organic traffic. So if you are looking for that, please check it out yesterday. It's time-stamped, so you can click on the time and watch just that portion from yesterday. Should I keep on shouting out channels in my description? Well, I would suggest adding maybe a certain video, maybe, or a certain channel once in a while, if you that's exactly what you're doing in your video.
Sparingly.
If your video is not a shout-out video, I wouldn't just add them randomly. You know, you can add extra information available and give the link to the video. It's actually more beneficial to the channel if you're sharing the video and not the channel itself. So that would be the way. We have tried different ways of that in the past. So speaking from our experience, it doesn't always work out the best. So just saying.
And Papa Roams Outdoors says, love your photo with black and white TV photo of you guys. Looks great. Thank you so much. We were kind of doing a throwback night. The banner will be changed after. We were under the gun to get this one done because it's just too hard to see the plus all your YouTube questions where I'm always preaching you guys. We had to go live again because our first one we went live, and the moment we hit live again we were yellow coin, which has been happening for weeks. So the word YouTube and that was in there. It was removed, but after this is done and we get our okay back again, I'm putting it back up to the original one. So that was modified in 2 minutes in Photoshop. And you guys don't know this, but mostly all of our thumbnails are in one Photoshop document. There's folders, one for these type of, for Tek Talk Tuesday, one for the Monday night feature, one for the wheel nut. So that document is almost at 4 gigs now. So it's not fast to open, that's for sure.
Audition, thank you so much. And well, if you do talk about it in the video, then it's fine. You wanna put in the video the link to the channels that you're talking about. I'm talking about the channels who just put the links to the channels without. And although we do appreciate, I know Polly does that all the time. He even puts the link to our merch. Like he's just a different person altogether. And we do appreciate that, but really you shouldn't be doing that. You know, it is not. It's there to promote you. Yes. Imagine a creator that puts not only a link to the channel, but a link to somebody else's merchandise, like constantly. Unbelievable. You
spoil us rotten 10 times over. Arda Morbid is in the house as well. Arda Morbid, another past guest of ours. We were talking about you again tonight earlier about how to make the best of what you got and about your camera that you have for vlogging. Where people he vlogs with it and he was holding it. And people thought he was blocking the sun out of his eyes, but it was actually this nice small camera, black and white, that looks stellar. We're using an example as it's not about how much the equipment is or whatever you have at your disposal to buy. It's making the best out of what you have to do the best work. Smoking a Grill and AB says, smash. Thank you so much, buddy. It's so great to have you in here. If you guys don't remember, because I know some of you have been here for a long time, I just can't get over this, guys. Smoking and Grilling with AB came in here, and now he is over 300,000 subscribers. 303,000 to be semi-accurate.
Yeah, super awesome. I do follow him on Instagram as well, and that's a lot of ways how I actually keep in touch with you guys, because it's impossible to keep in touch with everybody on YouTube. But I was seeing on Instagram, the posts and stuff. It's unbelievable. So proud of you. Yes, and so delicious. I can't. Yeah, check it out. And
the effort that goes into it, guys. He didn't fake it till you make it. He did the best of what he got, and he just did it stellar. That's the selling point into it. There was no cruising time with him, and what he didn't know, he just seemed to learn what he needed to get what he had to do, and I so appreciate that attitude. Arco Drone Solutions, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Always great to see you in here. It was great seeing you last night with your other channel as well. Polly Bear Adventure says, hey, stop singling me out. Polly. Yeah. We can't sing you enough.
Night Train FPV, you're right on time. We still have a couple questions here.
Yeah, you never have to apologize.
Yeah.
For the love of, you're busy in that. You're always welcome here anytime you can make it. Don't worry about that. Of course. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
By the way, Paris ASMR will be something I can watch before my bedtime. Love ASMR shows. That's my life.
Polly Bear Adventures. I love you guys. We love you too, Polly. And yeah, Paris ASMR eating show. I see your ASMR mukbang eating dump cake. Crunchy and sticky.
I'll definitely have to try that. Yep. Crunchy and sticky. Wow, food and ASMR.
Yep, that's awesome. Right.
Inya Yarn Homestead, hello and welcome here and welcome. Good day from Australia. Good morning. Good morning. We love our peeps from down under.
Most
there.
Definitely.
Thank you for being here. By the way, sorry.
Hope you're not in the fire. I know this channel. I subscribed you a while back. I got to subscribe again and unsubscribe me. Knew right away. I recognize that brim hat anywhere. Oh, great. You can make it in here. Fantastic. Welcome. Welcome.
By the way, talking about vlogging cameras, Just Living asked exact question. What do you recommend for vlogging cameras? So guys, there you go. Another question into the chat. If you're doing vlogging outside or inside of YouTube, what do you recommend to use as a vlogging camera? What have served you well? What do you consider using? I know some people are using the new Osmo action camera. Mama Nana, hello.
Mama FPV is in the house. How are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Always great to see you.
Oh, we never unsubscribe from the channels. FYI, we have a lot of channels. Yeah, so.
You ever get that? That's always going to be said. You know, some people are going to say, oh, I went last night to the wheel shoutouts and somebody unsubscribed for me. Well, I answered a while ago why they're filtering them out. But there is going to be the odd person that's going through the sub for sub mentality. You can't change it unless they say something here. I can block them because I like to find them because I like blocking them. To unsubscribe from somebody, you're mad. You're really mad. It's a lot of effort to go look up a channel and unsubscribe. You have a beef with that person. You're sending them a message. For instance, when somebody was sub for sub, they couldn't be bothered. They don't even remember your name. They've half typed it. You know, if it's I'm just gonna pick one here, Wilder Scotland. They know they need about 3 letters to kind of visually semi-remember the name. At WIL, yeah, that's the one. Gotcha, going back. You know. So yeah, unsubscribed is not worth it. Most people do it because they're angry and they want to send you a message. So, and if somebody ever does that to you, don't worry, because there's 2 billion active YouTube channels out there, so there's a lot of them that you can get to meet. So, as a side note.
Okay. So there's lots of people that are there's lots of people that are using phone for their vlogging, and I would actually agree that nowadays phone is so much more handy and actually super easy to use. Really, there is no really reason, unless you want to just try out different gadgets, why you can't use your phone for vlogging.
Low light. If you're doing everything in low light, that's going to be the test. But now even phones are starting to get better at that, but they're not there yet. And I mean, Zoom, if you're doing telescopic Zoom, but I mean, most people that are doing vlogging are not filming a goat 6,000 feet up on a cliff. It's for the most part.
New Orleans girl, I'm actually trying to give you the moderator again for the 15th time, but I think it's something with our live stream that I just can't seem to do that. So
we keep getting disconnected from our channel. Like steady, it's showing here disconnected, reconnected. So
I'm sorry, and if you do get it, let me know, because I can't see the new people if they get blue or not.
It's even freezing up a lot.
Now, she's curious about the Blue Orange group. It is a gimmick hashtag for the social media and came up as a part of us trying to learn how to do selfies with a phone. It has nothing to do with affiliations. It's more a fun hashtag to use to find each other on Twitter.
Yep.
So there you go. Please don't use it on top of your videos. We don't want them to end up being on other people's videos, because we want you to be you, and not use it as part of affiliation group, because it's not. We all hear YouTubers on the same platform.
That's good for me, because I can buy up all those DLSRs at a cheap price. I love that, Art of Mormon.
Love that.
I love that answer. Only you could say that. It's so awesome.
Oscar Adventure, hello and welcome. Flip and Frozen using the phone as well. We have thought about the DJI Action one, and then also the Pocket one. The Pocket one idea I like about it, although I still think it's a little gimmicky, just because it's small. It's like, you can just put it in your pocket kind of thing.
You know what I would like it for? For instance, doing a wedding, and you're down and battery charging for a few minutes and that, you're looking around, you can grab it out of your pocket anytime and shoot some B-roll. You don't have to be too specific. I wouldn't use it as the main camera for the most part, even though you can hook up to your phone. I would like the idea of using it without that I can just reach in my pocket, grab it out, catch just some shots that I can tear apart after for a bit of filler if I need them. That I think would be really, really amazing for. Although you can use it as a great camera to take some fantastic shots, I could see using it a lot. Tommy Bites TV, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic.
Next question here was, and Queen Helen Casey asked about cyberbullying. I've been getting a lot of threats. YouTube need to do something with the cyberbullying. Well, they have up their content guidelines about it. I will suggest to you to go and try and look through the description of our interview with Duty Ron. We talked about internet security tips and cyberbullying. Also, guys, if you are worried about somebody hacking into your channel, that's also a place to go and check it out. There's lots of information in the description of the video, the links that you can go and check out for your channel, as well as places on YouTube where you can go and report cyberbullying in general. We talked a lot about that. Duty Ron is actually a retired NYPD detective, and he helped us with that information as well. So check that out. The link is in the chat, and I will add it in the description as well. Yeah.
Well, no. Coffin Crew is back. Welcome back, Coffin Crew.
Welcome back.
Hope you're doing well. Friend Sticky Buds and best friend and all that. Sticky Buds, he never came back, did he? Never came back. That's sad. I seen best friend even was talking about him a couple weeks ago on Twitter, I think it was.
I know, it's sad when you see people leaving.
7 months since the last video. And there's a guy who did so much of the stuff in the channel we were talking about. Sticky Buds really does offend. Sticky Buds. I miss even saying his name when he comes in.
I know. Australia. We had a question. Is it advisable to hide the number of thumbs up and down? Life of MC asked.
When you don't need to, listen, we didn't like doing it either, and we wish the thumbs would go away in general. We've talked about that many times. The reason why we did it, and many of you know, was because we were getting botted with dislikes last year. We had guests on, and it looked horrible when they would come in, and you'd have somebody volunteer their time, and they get 170 dislikes in 10 minutes. So reluctantly, we had to hide it. We did a video why, called it The Ones That Were Doing It, but moved on and went with it. If you don't have to, don't do it. I mean, I don't like it. I like keeping everything transparent, but there's some things where, unfortunately, we have no control over, especially when it comes to trolling and that. Same as numbers. But you see, numbers, I really don't like hiding it because I think it hurts more than helps. I think it really makes it look like there's something to hide. Likes and dislikes, we've still grown a lot without it because we hit it at, 6,000 maybe?
Yeah.
6,000 subscribers. So it hasn't, but I do find when your channel number's hidden, can be a lot harder. The grumpy vlogger's in the house. How are you? Been a while. What's going on, Lloyd?
Good to see you. And I added the link to the video that Mark Ansby did, our Tasmanian peep, Australian peep, for why it is good to do that if you choose to do that. He also has the link of how to do it in the description of the video. I will also include that one in the description of our video after the live stream.
We took another big hit. So there was no people in here, according to this again, for a while. There we go.
Hello, no one.
Yes, hello, no one. You're a great looking group of not people here, I gotta say.
What is the best way to store video footage and stay organized with the file storage on a small budget? Relaxation TV is asking.
The best way to store video footage and stay organized with the... try to buy a portable hard drive for the time being then and use that for your storage yourself, and then just bring over your projects you're working on to. And then eventually, like I bought the ProBox 4 hard drive containment unit because we used to have an 8 hard drive. Well, actually, it was 11 hard drive storage server, but we're doing it on 4 right now just for our work stuff and that. I got to upgrade it soon with new hard drives. But in the meantime, that's quite feasible. You don't need to put in high-end server hard drives onto it. I will be putting NAS in the next one. NAS just means that you can put all your hard drives together and turn them into one. But I wanted to have I want to have redundancy, so 2 of them will be there to back up the others. But I would just go with a portable hard drive for the time being. You know, you can get the 1 terabyte ones for pretty cheap and stuff like that. Go through your footage and delete what footage you don't need. I do that with weddings or whatever I'm doing or corporate stuff. When I go through it, first thing I do is I link everything together, and I almost make like a pre-movie where I watch everything together in photo. I don't know, you guys can do that in other programs, but in Adobe Premiere, what I do is I drag everything in, go through it, delete the ones that are awful, they're sketchy, this and that, and just save it to another folder, export it so it saves everything with it. Then I have all the good files in one place, and then I just go delete the original, so at least I know what I have is worth working with. And then after I'm done my full project, I'll save it for a third time, and that then just leaves behind, that just takes over the files that I'm using, and then most likely the rest I will delete. So, and then just keep it, and that helps keep your size down.
Split Screen Gaming is using Google Photos for automatic backup, especially if you're doing something on your phone. You can actually, and I do that for all my photos, all my footage on the phone. It actually automatically can be synced to your Google Photos, so you don't even have to transfer anything. Like, you know, once it's on your phone, it automatically syncs it. You can free up the space on your phone, and it's already saved on Google Photos. So that's definitely a great suggestion as well.
Urban Legend, how are you? Great to see you here. Hope you're doing fantastic. You're very welcome, Relaxation TV. Depends on content as well. Got you, Pusa Studios.
Yeah, we're talking about the troll size. Like, you know, if it is proportionate, if bigger channels has bigger trolls.
Right.
And Albelio is also answering your question. Very good answer. Thank you so much. $85 on Amazon. That is awesome.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So there you go. No, they're great. I wouldn't say to use them forever. They're a great thing to have. And nonetheless, even if you update and get a bigger server part set up after, you're still always going to be using portable hard drives. They always come in handy. I can't think of enough to list all the uses I've had for them.
And Brian went fishing is compressing the originals after he's finished with the project to save the space.
There you go. So
Yeah.
there's always options. There's always options.
Definitely, I would suggest doing the backups of everything that you want to save because it's been known to be blown up no matter where it's saved. So
We got hit with a bad virus a couple of years ago in that big server that I was talking about, and that had everything onto it.
like
And it
baby
took,
pictures of kids and stuff.
yep, 2 months to get about 85% of it back. It was not a fun process. Mana FPV, I got to run. Have a wonderful night. Mana FPV, you have a fantastic night. Always great to see you.
We have a question from.
Oh, wow. Where is Danny Black? All the big cities in Australia just lost landline internet.
Wow, why? Is there a reason? Let us know. Keep us updated. My goodness.
Wow. Yeah,
Is
sure.
Is the new internet was too powerful? I just had to. I remember Ben gives a minute complaining about internet all the time. So
California Survival, welcome back. And Lewis Fuller, how are you? Great to see you. I'm not sure why I'm using my cellular data, Danny says.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
In your yard homestead as well as from down under. I assume because of homesteading you're not in the bigger cities. So I made a few new type vids. They are easy views, but the fallout was not worth it.
Flippin' Frozen said, is there a way to use the fade out feature in the YouTube editor on certain areas in my video, not just one's faces? And split screen gaming league answered about that, saying, and I agree that it is certainly just a new tool right now, and for now you can only do it for faces. So no, there is no other option for now, but who knows? Phantasmic Chronicles, how are you? Welcome here. Ink's World. Saying don't connect with someone because they will poison my channel. Well, yes, you did it right. The best way to do it is to make sure that you have your own opinion with your own experience, because YouTube is a place where you get a whole bunch of experiences and a whole bunch of opinions crisscrossing. So the best way is to do it to check it yourself, because it can be different for everybody.
And folks, I just want to put a little reminder. Here's the link to our community tab. If you guys haven't filled out our latest poll yet, make sure to. I want to hear you guys. You don't have to comment if you don't want to, but at least I hope you can put your vote in. Has YouTube become too toxic? Has YouTube become too toxic in the smaller YouTubers realm? What's your thoughts? So if you don't want to leave your thoughts, if you can just leave your vote in there as well. There's five options there. I'd love to hear from you guys. It only takes a second. There you go. So there's the link. So if you haven't done that, definitely let us know. I don't want to show it because then you'll see the results, and I'm curious to see what you guys are going to put. This one's turning out more kind of where I figured it was going to go. Some of the other ones threw me through an absolute loop, to be honest.
The comments are interesting too.
They are. There's a lot of great comments there, and it's nice to hear everybody's perspective and stuff like that. So, and also if you can hit the like button for it while you're there as well, it just keeps it rolling. I want to try and get as many YouTubers on that one as possible. So
Urban Legend asks for the suggestion of the laptop to edit films for YouTube. Doesn't know anything about PCs, so something that can be just grab and go kind of thing. Any suggestions on laptops? The one that I have now that Andrew got me when my previous one burned out is pretty good actually. What is it? MSI?
yeah, it's a GF63. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's basically all you have to do when you buy the computer is ask the exact question. The exact question that you just asked to the customer service, and then they know.
Pretty much, though, you're gonna unless you're ready to drop a lot of money, you're gonna be more looking towards the gaming side of computers because the video card. Remember, though, folks, one thing is I gotta say this. Remember that video cards are not a big part of editing. It's more your processor and RAM that's gonna count. That's kind of something you'll get told sometimes. A video card is important for if you're using filters. Because most of the time, a lot of, like, if you're using denoise and stuff like that, you can pass on some of the labor when it's rendering over there, or at least let you preview it in more of a real time if you have a decent video card. But the primary things you're going to need is processor and RAM. So just to let you know.
Thank you so much, Papa Rome's Outdoors, for checking out our cyberbullying video as well. Thank you so much. North of 54 cinematography, thumbnail text versus no thumbnail text. I've been avoiding the text in my thumbnails for my videos. It is a huge hit to views. Should you include text into the thumbnails? Yes. Short text, not long text. Something short, something super easily visible, contrasting, and viewable both on mobile TV and laptop screens. So you can't squish together too many sentences. It really have to be something super short, like a motto type of thing, or like 2 words describing your video and things like that.
Now you see here, for instance, that's exactly what we're doing. But if you see under breaking news, there's 2 sides to it. This is too much text in a way, but the reason why we use it on these ones is because we show a thumbnail when we start our show. It's still legible, but it's too small. But we keep it as a highlighted title for that paragraph, and the rest very big. For the Protect Kids Act raises age, that one. The same we done with any of the breaking news ones. But for the most part, we keep the text very minimal. It's just there to, it's like a title of a video game, a title of a movie and stuff like that with the catchphrase. You're not there to tell the whole story. Every thumbnail is clickbait, and remember the text is part of your clickbait as well. And yes, clickbait is great, and that was stated by the VP as well in that interview. But just remember, folks, there's good, bad clickbait, just like good and bad cholesterol. Clickbait is great stuff that draws people in to see what you promise is going to be there. Bad is outright lying, community strike, audience turned against you, and all that stuff. There's no wins. And Bossy's in the house. How are you, Bossy? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope all is well.
I'm glad you made it. Yeah, I know the time zone difference, but glad you made it. Alabella here is having a great suggestions on your laptop here, so please copy that and go to the computer store with it.
Artemore says I have to start showing more leg on stream.
Yes.
That's one thing metal guys are known for is great legs because they love wearing pants to begin with and stuff like that. I'm sure they are sexy and then some Artemore, but however, my brother, who is a computer guy, told me that most recent AMD processors are real competitive. They certainly are, Albelio. And that's what I'm using, and I was AMD for a while, went back because of that problem. But I am back with AMD, my latest one that I'm streaming with. I built myself, and the Ryzen series is the ultimate for video editing and stuff like that. For the price, per the bang, there's no competition. There really isn't. There's the best decision. We got so much more out of this computer by going with AMD Horizon. I'm so happy with it. And you know what? It's driving Intel's prices way down,
which is good.
Yes, which needed to be done because there was no competition for almost 6 years. So it's good to have it back in the run.
Let's go Pelotons. Are you talking about the new exercise bike? It costs a couple $1,000.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know. I think he's biking right now.
I'm going to smile politely.
Is it worth investing in a MacBook?
I'm anti-Mac, so I'm not the best one. Honestly, I do feel that they rip you off. They is a good, solid instrument. The benefit with buying with Mac, everything has to be tested to work amazing with it. That's why there's very limited options and a higher price point.
Yeah, the cheese grater Mac Pro.
Mac Pro
for $5,000. I don't think so.
Now this is what I built last year, and this is what we're streaming with. I'm running an AMD Ryzen 7. This is the first. I want to update this at some point. But still, it's the original 2700X. It's 8 cores, 16 thread. I'm running 32 gigs of RAM. I have a cube size, you can't see it here, but a cube size tower. I built it that way in case we go to Europe, I can take it with me. But it's at the max at 3200. I'm running DDR4 3200. And I got the 1080 Ti video card, the mini. I'll give you an example. The Cheers video that a lot of you seen took me 20 minutes on my last computer. I put this in, it took it 37 seconds to render it. 37 seconds to render versus 20 minutes. So it has paid off in every way. I paid a bit more for it. I wish it was this price now, but unfortunately that's gone. And yes, there's the new updated GTX video card series. It was built last year before that came, or just when that was about to come out, but it wasn't important for me to be with the latest and greatest. It was the most bang for the buck. And for a streaming tower, right now with everything I'm running, OBS wise, we're using 5% of my computer. That's what we're using to stream. So I almost made the Cheers video, but nobody knew my name. Oh my God, Farmel.
He's full of jokes today. Big Mac also. Oh my God.
Oh God.
Oh my God, guys. Yes, Andrew is quite a techie actually, and I wish he would have a little bit more time to actually add all of his information of building the computer in a separate file so we can actually upload it into our Discord and stuff, so you can have access, guys, if you are want to build something similar. Same as with our equipment here, we do have some, but it's so outdated on our Amazon affiliation link. We hope to update that as well soon. I love it when you talk dirty. All this tech talk. Yes, now it's truly a tech talk. Happy Tuesday, G-Kicks.
Oh my God, you guys are too funny. You guys are too funny. And this is the case that I went with, and I love this case. And this is small form factor, but as you see, I'm running a full PC through with it. And as not just for Europe, but even when we go home to my parents and stuff like that, I can still bring it with me in that. So it's served us very well onto that. I'm really happy with the choice.
It's quite a mini studio. We had a TV that was streaming YouTube before any smart TVs were available, guys. That's how techie Andrew is. We actually had, that was almost 10 years ago, more than that. He actually had it hooked up, I don't know how, that we actually could watch stuff through TV. And back then, for those of you that are young, it wasn't available. You couldn't do that directly. So there you go. Yes. While Andrew is looking for that, I can try and get through our questions here.
Oh yes, sorry about that. There you go.
It's okay. You found it. It's all good.
There you go. And this is the monitor we're using. This is a 38-inch LG. This is the black model. We have the white one, but nonetheless, you get the idea. And this was to avoid having to put up two monitors. And when you see the new desk setup, you'll see more why it was set that way. But this has been fantastic for streaming because there's so many windows can be open with none of them overlapping each other. And once again, avoiding the need for two screens. So it's at a 21:9 ratio, which I like. It's the only problem with it is you'll never watch a movie where you're not going to get some black bars around the sides of it. But that's what we didn't need it for that, but otherwise it's been fantastic for doing
Well,
this.
we always use everything in split screens. Even I on a laptop, I'm almost always on a daily basis, even when not doing live streams, use split screen. And especially Andrew, when he does video editing and stuff, it is super important. And live streaming, oh my God, yes.
And also too, as a side note for like Adobe Premiere or anybody, all of us doing video editing, it's on a timeline, linear editing. The whole thing covers, plus at the end I can have a full web page at 1080 open watching a tutorial or something if I'm looking to do something new or that. So,
and in fact you can rotate the screen and have it vertically, so if it's something that you're doing that is better for vertical split screen, you can rotate it and have it vertically.
You can stand almost like the weatherman at that point when it's standing up on edge.
Yeah, we should try that instead of green screen.
Pixel P is on the way out. Sorry, I have to leave. My head is pounding. Learned a lot of new ideas and inspiration.
Thank you.
I hope you're feeling, and I have the same thing as you. I woke up with such a splitting headache. It's starting to subside a little bit, but it is just pounding. Even my hair hurts. I understand completely, and I hope you're feeling better tomorrow. Good luck.
Lots of water and sleep.
Yes.
So now quickly getting through the questions here. Inspired John asked, is it breaking guidelines using StreamYard or Zoom? I assume YouTube just turns a blind eye for it. No, it's not against guidelines. It's not. They have an option to do that. You can do it. So no, you can keep doing that. Keep on doing it.
Keep on rolling with it.
Yeah.
Hey there, Tazzy. How are you? Great to see you.
Split Screen Gaming League here asked about sub for sub and violation of YouTube terms. Yes, of course it is violation of YouTube terms and services. He says if some live streams do that, all you can do is report those if you feel that they are against the guidelines. That's all we can do.
Pixel P, I'm so sorry to hear that. I just walked into a wall, which made it worse.
Oh, no.
Sorry to hear that. Hey, Tazzy, it's great to see you. Yes, get some sleep. I drink water in my coffee. That's your mukbang Sally. Thermal.
Commander Vlogs, it is evening here. Good morning. Tazzy Adventures here. Our how's it called?
Tasmanian channel that watches us?
No, the Girl Scouts get their points, Badges?
Badge of honor.
Badge of honor, yeah.
Xenia's going to give me the clues. God help us when we play charades.
And you actually know what I'm talking about usually.
I know, that scares me a little.
Yeah.
Great to see you, Tazzy. You're doing fantastic. Always great to have you in.
How to improve my CTR life?
Paris, please, no, I subscribe back to that. Please, can you remove that comment? Because otherwise I got to time it out. It won't let me. Just no sub for sub talk. Just chat with people, talk to them, but no, I got your backs and stuff. Thank you.
There you go. Where's Danny Black? He's from Australia, so you guys can probably connect.
That's right.
Casper to y'all, welcome back here. Hello again. And Live the Life LTL asked how to improve your CTR. And that's mostly question about your title and thumbnail, most of it. Thumbnail first and then title.
Remember I said a while ago about good clickbait? There's back to that. That's what it's all about. Always think of your thumbnail, your title, and that as the video game cover, the poster for it, or for a movie, whatever floats your boat. It all works under the same marquee. They're all there to draw you in. Good clickbait. Don't lie, but sell it. If it's exciting, make it exciting. Don't show a boring shot. Show an exciting shot. Show an engaging shot. Whatever it is, overstate it so people can't resist but clicking on to see where it goes. Australians are awesome. They sure are bossy. They sure are. We're huge fans of all of you guys down under. Tons of love to you.
And the Shane Family Vlogs asked, we've been heard by COPA, and would it be beneficial if instead of explaining what our channel is about, put how they can comment on our videos? Well, it's always good, it's always good to explain to your viewers what has changed on your channel. If it's something huge like that, I would definitely make a video explaining that. You can always take example from bigger YouTubers, and I know lots of family channels have been doing that, even in advance of it happening. So now if you haven't done that, I would definitely suggest you doing a video where you explain the changes, what caused it, and what exactly it's changing on your videos, and what people can do instead. So I would kind of combine it all together in kind of this informational video for your YouTubers, and guide them somewhere where they can talk with you. If you have disabled comments, I would guide them to Twitter or wherever else you are, where they can actually ask you maybe questions and have conversation with you.
Very well said.
What kind of authentic clickbait I can do on my DIY craft?
Make it engaging. Look, for that part, get an idea. Don't copy anybody, but go look. Especially, you can look at anybody, but especially there, go look in your niche at some of the big creators in your niche, and see what they're doing to get a kind of a guideline of what seems to draw people in.
I poked my finger, or I almost. I almost cut my finger.
Got me a clean.
I cut my finger almost while building a flower pot or something like that.
That's one option, yes. so kind of mix up between that and going to see what your big creators do in that.
It's hard to tell you because we don't know your content in detail, so you all have to look what you see.
The thing is, things that people want to see. If you're making something new that everybody's never seen before, build up the hype with that. Close-up shot of it. Show half of it, Here it is. This is how to do this. This is how to make this. This is how to buy this that everybody's been looking for. In niches, one great thing to do, everybody loves 5 things you must have, 5 things you need, 5 things you've learned since you've been in this niche. Whatever the case. I say niche because you insert anything that any of you guys do. Peter McKinnon has stated that was a big help to him in getting into blogs and stuff like that. 5 things that every photographer must have in their bag. 5 things you need for every shoot. 5 things. Everybody in niches wants to know if they can handle 5 things. It's a palatable number. Either A, they want to pick fault with it and say, I knew those 5 already. Or, hey, I can take in 5 things. That could help. Maybe I'll pick up something along the way I don't know. That I can take. It's not too long, not too short. It sounds like you've covered the bases enough. Try things like that, and it fits in every niche, whether it's milking cows, whether it's knitting, whether it's a mechanic. There's all kinds of things like that. You can do those lists.
That was a great suggestion right there. And we have a question from California Survival. I want to make a video about a circa mid-19th century rifle I own. I know YouTube generally isn't gun-friendly, aside from not being able to monetize the video when able. What repercussions possible?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I mean, mostly you're going to look at the part of shadow banning where it's just not going to recommend you out and stuff like that. I feel bad for you. I grew up in a house. My father was I just haven't had the chance anymore. I grew up hunting. I have nothing against rifles in any shape or form. Grew up with many of them. But YouTube is definitely on the watch for them. My first honest advice, don't do it. Because it's not going to help your channel anyway. I just don't see a benefit to it, especially your channel's not focused around it. As interesting as it is, but if you do it, most likely it's going to be the shadow bank. But unfortunately, that can sometimes then lead to a couple other videos down the road till you get on track again. And that I wouldn't recommend anybody do it for the simple reason I don't think it brings any benefit anymore. It's sad, but it's kind of the truth of the matter.
I agree to what Andrew said. One thing that I can suggest now, if you really, really want to do it, is first of all, go through the guidelines on YouTube. I will put the link in the chat. You can actually go through and see what exactly you can and cannot do. Second of all, put the pressure on educational value of the video. So if you really, in your presentation of the video, in the description, in the tags, you're mostly focusing on the historical, educational value of it, and put the category as education, then it might fall through as educational video.
But then, you see, we do that. Look at us that talk about a lot of things going on here, and we get limited monetization half the time for even mentioning them. I agree with you. It has a better chance of maybe, but the chance is still very minimal. I just want to stress that to you. I still, if you asked our honest opinion, I still think you're way better off avoiding it. I think it brings a lot more chances for problems on your channel than the bit of good it comes out. It's not that it's not interesting. Just so this is very clear, most likely it's going to do way more, not damage and ruin your channel or community, but it's going to hurt the chances for your next even couple of videos possibly to get traction because of it. Yeah. It's just the world we live in today and the state of YouTube that it's in right now.
Yeah, I agree. I just was saying, like, in case he really wants to do it, then that's probably the only way how I would do it.
I just didn't want you to think it would up your chances by like 70% that things would be okay. We're talking maybe 10, 15, 20. There's no exact number, but I wouldn't. If you're not a gambling man, it's not good odds. So.
And what repercussions? Well, you can get community guidelines strike against the guidelines, because those are community guidelines. If you don't have any strikes before, the first one is going to be warning, and then the second one is going to limit your abilities of posting content for 2 weeks, and then for 90 days for the second one, and third one gets termination of your channel. So that's the repercussions that you can get. By the way, if you are anybody who wants to live stream with firearms, it is forbidden on YouTube within the new guidelines that have been newly released that nobody have been talking about. You can't be holding or handling a firearm while you are live streaming. You can't also transport the firearm while you are live streaming. It can't be visible in the live stream. So that definitely will get you not only community strike, you will get terminated. So just FYI, and if you know anybody who does that, let them know. It's quite new and not really it's not really popularized, but it is there. So.
And by the way, welcome back, Grumpy Vlogger, and hello to the Pigeon Lady. How are you? Anybody else? We have a woodworking dude. How are you? Great to see you. I hope you guys are all doing fantastic. I sent you a DM on Twitter. I really look forward to your response in the future. Thank you so much.
Relaxation TV, yes, that's right, guys. For you, a reminder, you can rewatch all of our live streams. They're available on our homepage. And yes, the chat is available there as well, because we don't edit our live streams after they're posted. So you can go over the chat and see the conversation, and also check out the channels afterwards too. If you do, we do appreciate if you leave the comment afterwards. We know it takes just a little bit of extra time, but we do appreciate if you do. And thank you so much for those of you that are involved in the conversation in our comment section as well. Thank you.
Cowgirl ASMR, how are you? Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. The mom-to-be. I still can't get over that. She announced it on our live stream. I still can't get over that.
Yeah, surprise.
Surprise.
Amna's Kitchen, hello, how are you? No panel here, just husband and wife. Single-handedly on the channel. And a reminder from Split Screen Gaming to put the channel level tags. Please do. It's definitely super important. It's available in your channel advanced settings. And thank you so much. Oh my, yes, the Grumpy Vlogger. Well, yeah, like Andrew said about videos and live streams is even more than that. I put again I'll put the link to that about firearms community guidelines, and you can see their add-on about live streams there as well. It has been added in the last month, I think, as new there, so please definitely check that out. Wood Pigeon!
Yes, is in the house. How are you, Jason? Hope all is well. Great to see you. Great to see you. Sorry, I'm just adding something.
Yes, exactly. Knives is a little bit less dangerous in YouTube eyes as firearms, but definitely it's something to look into as well if that's something that is in your channel as well. So yeah, guys, well, you have been super amazing today, super amazing, with amazing questions, and also answering those questions yourselves in the chat as well. And that's why we love this night so much, and it is the oldest show on Push Studios since the very start of our channel, because we get to interact with you more than we usually do, and because we can learn from you guys too in the chat from your answers. That is super amazing. We don't know everything. We're not experts or gurus, and that's why we love to interchange the information with each other throughout these Tuesday Tech Talks that are here every week at 7 p.m. Eastern.
We learn a lot from you guys as well. Folks, make sure to hit that like button, please, if you haven't already. It helps us a lot, especially with what's been going on lately. And then after that, make sure to head over to the community tab and make your voice heard. I want you guys to vote as well on our latest topic. There it is. It's the second one down. True North Angler, how are you? Welcome. Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. And we'll be back again, guys, tomorrow night. Thank you so much, Just Living. You're so awesome. Ornov, all you guys in here, you should do a 24, oh my God, Commander Vlogs. We would be clinically dead. We can't with kids and stuff like that. It's already creeping into our time with them and stuff as it is, but thank you so very much.
I will add all the links down below in the
For Alpha I do sleep streams. People flock to see them.
I will add all the links down below in the description, as always, after the live stream, usually later tonight or tomorrow morning. So you can come back and check all of those links that I have shared or talked about today in the stream. Will be in the description of the live streams, this live stream. The same as before the live streams. If you haven't checked our yesterday live stream on the new information from Google's VP on how to get suggested on YouTube, check that out. Loads of information right there, and I hope you can watch it.
Hey there, Trapper. How are you? Good to see you. Hope all is good with you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Sorry, we're just getting ready to head out, but it's great to see you. You can catch the replay. There's lots of great information in there as well. And till tomorrow night, folks, you take care of yourself. You be well, and we'll see you all very soon. Have a great one, and thank you so much for everything you do through all this, guys. You're awesome. Bye now.